Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this game for the COD League 2017 between Snakewingz and Lights Out. Before we get into this, I need to go ahead and take a sip of water. Great start, I know, but please excuse that. I have had a long day of doing things. Just got done doing a 7-hour stream, and here I am. So, again, just a bit of water.
Reserve time.
So, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Snakewingz, starting out with the value Spirit Breaker ban. Just a hero that kind of says, like, we would like you to not be that aggressive, right? That is ideal. You can be aggressive, of course, but just, like, not Spirit Breaker aggressive. Something that is definitely worth pointing out here is that Snakewingz 49 has the value Predator icon, which is good hunt trash right there. Very quality hunt trash. I can definitely agree with that decision. We have the Night Stalker being banned out, Ursa follow-up, and we're now going into the last ban, going to be a Necrophos. I would definitely say that the Ursa and the Necrophos are a little bit unconventional. Could be just a matter of, hey, we don't want to go up against that. It's a little bit scary. That's going to be a little bit scary. We could do co-cast with this guy. It's gonna be weird in-game. I don't know if they don't. I don't know if they mind. I don't know if they mind. What's them? Alright. Omni Knight and Earthshaker are gonna be the first bans here. Picks here, I'm sorry. Got mildly distracted. Gonna be the first picks here. We've got Omni Knight, a very like solid defensive hero. You can do a lot with him. Earthshaker and Venomancer, nice and strong roamer steel. Good like early game potential, like that's for sure. There's gonna be a lot of damage coming out from these two. I like the Venomancer. I'm really excited to see him.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Alright.
Reserve time.
Alright. Yeah, I was talking to another guy who was like, "Hey, you want to cast together?" And I was like, I was okay with that, right? But then they started the match. Like either they didn't want that, or it's just bad timing. But yeah. So anyway, Disruptor coming out as well. I really need to like get my mind in order right now because like I'm getting messages from all over the place and it's a little bit distracting. So let's go and just take a quick look at like what the overall lineup is telling us already. So the Venomancer is probably going to be played as a core, right? And it's like kind of two styles with that. Either you go like super aggressive, or you still go aggressive, but you know, not like hyper aggressive. You just take it a bit slower, get that Hand of Midas going for sure. Right, but I mean, you get the Hand of Midas every time, but like Venomancer can either play like very level orientated or just like fighting orientated, and we'll see if which one ends up being the case here. With Earthshaker, that is a nice combination. Venomancer always wants to just like trap people and like slowly kill them, right? Like that's what the entire hero is about. Everything slows, everything keeps people there. So Earthshaker literally trapping people and allowing Venomancer to do everything he wants. So that sounds pretty strong. They also have amazing teamfight potential with just those two heroes. That's massive damage, a lot of disable. On the other side, Disruptor and Omni Knight, they also have strong teamfight potential already. So definitely making sure they've got that basis covered. And I think that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Troll Warlord being banned out from the Die, and then we've got Clockwork from Lights Out. They're now looking at their last second phase ban. Razor makes a lot of sense, I think. Razor works very well with Omni Knight. You know, anybody that lets him stay alive for a long time is generally a good deal for Razor. That hero really just wants to be in the middle of a fight, be tanky, be around, be available. And there's a good setup for that already. So it's risky to let that hero slide. Also, he kind of disables a few other picks. You know, let's say you want to go for a Sven, for example. That's probably gonna be pretty difficult while going up against a Razor. So it seems like a smarter decision to just not risk it. Right. We're gonna go into the last banning stage here. Oh well, I know what I was saying. Last ban of the second banning stage. Again, please excuse me. I gotta get into the groove first. Had a long day. Monkey King. Well, that is surprising. I have not seen that for a while. Now, that is Snakewingz saying, you guys are not gonna be as aggressive as you want, right? Monkey King, a hero that got nerfed a lot recently, hasn't really been super popular as a result. He's also been not successful whatsoever. In fact, Monkey King has really been suffering. His win rate is down in the gutter at the moment. Definitely something that's a bit of a problem with the hero.
Reserve time.
So we kind of need to keep that in mind, right? Like, there's definitely something that can be a little bit problematic there. I was kind of hoping to find the statistics on what exactly. Oh, there we go. I actually did find it. So if we go ahead and look at the professional matches Monkey King has been played in over the past month, he's only been in about 20, yeah, he's only been in 24 matches with a 45% win rate. You can see he's just not really usually that significant, and banning him is a rare thing. So I'm not too sure if this is necessarily the smartest choice, but it is really just telling that Snakewingz is scared of that hyper aggression that can come out from a Monkey King. They are saying, no, we are just not willing to risk it. We want to make sure that everything is going a little bit more in order, everything is a bit more predictable, and we can go for a wider variety of picks here. You know, maybe they have somebody in mind, like a Medusa or Spectre, although Spectre isn't very popular at the moment either, but maybe they have something like that in mind, and then going up against a Monkey King could be problematic. Tusk coming out, nice pick, defensive. Tells me Omni Knight is going to be offlane, right? So we're going to have Tusk, roaming support, Disruptor, safe lane support. On the other side, we're going to have the Venomancer as a core, right? Earthshaker could be offlane, I suppose. Shadow Shaman almost certainly going to be a support. There is an argument to be made for mid Shadow Shaman, or just like general carry Shadow Shaman. Personally, I believe that that is a build that is quite underrated and is actually very powerful. But nonetheless, it seems unlikely that we're going to see this right here, right? Like, it's just a little bit of a risky strategy that you don't necessarily want to try out in the tournament, right? But yeah, Shadow Shaman hits like a fucking truck. There's no better way to put it, right? Shadow Shaman, like, I think if you get a null talisman at level 1, you hit for 83 damage. Like, that's Treant Protector territory, right? Like, that is just completely off the charts. You know, far beyond the highest damage on any ranged hero. So, you know, but this is just a purely hypothetical. That's not going to come into play, of course. Tusk is a hero that will be defensive. Tusk is a hero that allows to protect people. Tusk is a hero that can be aggressive as well. But really, the big asset from the Tusk is just his ability to say, okay, catch people, but also cut people off. To also go in, but then also make sure that your teammate is protected for a little while, right? That kind of versatility is incredibly valuable, and the Tusk brings that to the table. Sand King coming out from Lights Out. So at this point, their lineup is starting to look a little bit more decided, right? We've got the Sand King in the offlane, we've got the Shadow Shaman in the safe lane support, Earthshaker as the roaming support, Venomancer going to be either mid or the safe lane carry. So Lights Out now needs to decide whether or not they want another safe lane carry or they want a mid. And Snakewingz need to decide the same thing. They pick up the Queen of Pain. Now, this makes me think that Snakewingz will probably put the Queen of Pain into the mid lane. I mean, almost certainly that Queen of Pain is going into the mid lane, right? And I think Queen of Pain can actually do pretty well against Venomancer. So this might mean that Lights Out now is saying, okay, you know what, we're just going to put the Venomancer into the safe lane, and we're going to look for another mid. Snakewingz, they have the Queen of Pain in the mid. They've got the Omni Knight in the offlane, right? Tusk, Disruptor, supports, and now they're just looking for the safe lane carry. And I think over there it's pretty clear that they're just looking for that safe lane carry. So Lights Out, probably going to ban out. A Juggernaut is definitely somebody that's worth considering. I mean, there's a lot of magic damage on their team, right? Just like a Lifestealer would be somebody worthwhile. I think Lifestealer might actually be really powerful here. You've got the Tusk with the Queen of Pain. Those are two nice vehicles. They're not incredible by any chance. I mean, Queen of Pain is really good, right? But it's not like the most incredible lineup for him, but it is still a good enough lineup. Lights Out needs to be a little bit more considerate. They probably want to go for a carry that can go for Diffuser Blade, right? If they do decide to go with the Venomancer in the mid lane, it's going to be the Faceless Void ban. Puck being banned out from the other side. So Snakewingz is of the opinion, yes, they're gonna go for mid. They don't want to take that Queen of Pain Venomancer mid matchup. That's just too risky. Venomancer's gonna be safe lane. Makes perfect sense, right? So they're gonna go ahead and ban out Puck, which is a hero that would be a little bit problematic. Very predictable damage from the Tusk, right? Puck just deals well with that, which kind of takes ganking ability away. Puck also can dodge the Shadow Strike from the Queen of Pain, which is always a problem. Silence is very potent against the Queen of Pain. So it seems both Lights Out is now looking for their mid, and Snakewingz looking for that Lifestealer. So it seems Lifestealer was actually pretty on point here. I'm not too surprised by that. I find the Faceless Void ban a little bit weird. I don't even think Faceless Void is that good in this. This just doesn't really seem like a Faceless Void matchup to me. Lifestealer makes a ton of sense and he's very powerful. So I think Lifestealer is a great choice. Anti-Mage is very interesting. So it will actually be the winner of Anti-Mage. So they actually kind of, I don't know, like Snakewingz made the wrong prediction there, I suppose, right? But like Lights Out is saying, no, we can actually take this, right? We can actually just be ready for this matchup and we can go up against this Lifestealer. This is a matchup we can go up against this Queen of Pain in the mid lane, and Anti-Mage is going to do well against Lifestealer, is going to do well against Omni. I'm not sure why that Lifestealer was picked up. It's a bit weird. Okay, so Troll and Ursa are out of the pool. Those are usually pretty good against Lifestealer, right? Sven would still be in the pool. I mean, Sven I think would be alright. No, not even that. I mean, the big hero, I think, that was still in the pool, that would have been a great choice is Juggernaut, right? Like, why would you skip Juggernaut here? He fills all of the problems you have. You want some healing for the push, right? You want sustain for the push. You want some early aggression, and by the way, my mouse is broken, so I'm probably gonna have to go in here and need to change my camera speed a little bit, lower it all the way down. Yeah, that's maybe a bit better. Yeah, I think this is how the pros do it. Yeah, that probably makes a lot of sense. We're just gonna do the camera like this. My mouse is broken. I usually do it with the middle mouse wheel, but you may notice I'm pushing my middle mouse wheel and nothing happens. Oh, a little bit for a little while there. I need to go buy a new mouse. So anyway, we've got Elrond on the Sand King, 2 Nurla on the Earthshaker, and Whiskey on the Anti-Mage, all going into the top lane here. It's a little bit surprising. I mean, this Anti-Mage is actually looking like he's going mid. The double tangle, yeah. Pullman Shield, Verify, Arm Wrench. This is actually going to be a mid Anti-Mage going up against this Queen of Pain. That's kind of crazy, a little bit surprising as well. On the other side, we've got Mogor on the Disruptor going top, as expected. Tigo playing the Lifestealer. We have Sirfax on Tusk, and 49 on the Queen of Pain. Last, we've got Jonathan just going into the off lane. This all makes sense. I don't think there's anything here that is like a very big surprise. On the other side, Scourge McDuck on the bottom, and Bart 13T also on the bottom. So the only big surprise here is to actually see the Anti-Mage go into the main. I'm really kind of baffled by that. Sand King is around to like help supporting, which sure, that can work. And look at this. I like what Tusk is doing here. Tusk is interrupting this block, interrupting this little moment of peace that Earthshaker usually gets, and just saying, nah man, that's not happening. I'm gonna be grabbing these creeps and I'm gonna be pulling them in the lane. Although funnily enough, this ended up being slower than just letting the creeps get blocked. So maybe not the most efficient thing, but either way, it didn't really matter that much. At the bottom, Scourge McDuck going up against Jonathan. These two will just kind of duke it out. And by duke it out, I really mean the Venomizer will vomit all over the Omni Knight repeatedly. Omni Knight will be very sad and upset about this. He will complain to the authorities because that's just the kind of person he is. But at the same time, there's not really much he can do about it. This is a very one-sided matchup. This matchup is mostly here to just say, well, Omni Knight is going to get some levels. He's not really going to get a lot of farm, but if he gets some, we're happy about it. And then we're just hoping he can somehow catch up again. Venomancer would have been strong on the mid. I think, I really don't know. This is very weird. So, like, there's a reason why we don't send Anti-Mage mid, right? And that reason is that it's not good. Like, it just does not work. I mean, if it worked, we would do it more often, but it doesn't. Like, it's just not that strong. And the Queen of Pain is very strong in the mid, and this matchup is undeniably heavily favored for the Queen of Pain. Like, super favored. Like, holy shit, Anti-Mage shouldn't stand a chance. Which is why I'm very surprised by this. Like, this could be kind of the Radiant sign. And by the way, Lights Out is their name, right? And then the other side is Snakewingz. It would be very nice if these people actually had their team name on, as opposed to all being stand-ins. But oh well. First stand-in gonna be dropped. Up at the top lane, they managed to catch out the Earthshaker. It's a quick pick-off. It's exactly what we are looking for. It's the kind of stuff that works out well. I also like how they gave themselves an applause, just kind of saying, hey, we did well. In the meantime, Omni Knight goes down in the jungle. Seems he was kind of sneaking around a little bit, but then got caught out. Nothing too crazy there. It's really one of those kills where I just don't really think it matters that much. Like, it does help a little bit, but it's still a support on support kill, right? That's not where the economic part of the game takes place. So, it's just not that scary. This mid lane is the real problem. And damage is currently keeping up in terms of last hits, but you see the real problem in a lane like this is long term. It's always long term, because you can see the Queen of Pain is simply harassing him. She's using the 2-second cooldown on the creep aggro, working on her bottle, starting out with the double no talisman just to maximize her damage output in this. You see how much Anti-Mage is struggling, and he's currently keeping himself going, right? He's getting last hits, but he... Please excuse me. I have had a lung infection for a little while now. It hasn't healed up properly. Please excuse me, I just need some water. Anti-Mage goes down right here. Quick pickup. As I was saying, it's always about the long-term play. This mid lane currently is fueled by regeneration on the Anti-Mage, right? Like, Anti-Mage isn't actually winning this lane the way it looks. And by winning, I mean really not winning at all, more like staying in the lane, which is a big win for him. But like, Anti-Mage isn't doing as well on this lane as it looks, because he's spending most of his money just on regeneration. You can see, like, he's just buying healing salves and tangos. Right, so all of the last hits he's gotten don't matter, because he's just spending the money right away. He's just using it to stay in the lane, and then yes, that lets him get some more last hits in the lane, which he's then forced to spend on regeneration again, or die. Just like he did right there. You know, like he just wasn't able to keep that regen flow going, and then he ended up dropping. This is just really, really bad for the Radiant side, and they need to change something up here. There are some wins for the Radiant, though. Scourge McDuck is doing very well down here. Right? Like, he's got a good chunk of last hits. Not as many as I think they would have hoped, but still a good, solid amount, right? A healthy amount of last hits. Something you can be happy with. On the other side, you've got the Lifestealer farming, though, and Lifestealer has more than that. Mid lane, oh god, they get whiskey. That was quick. I just checked up on him a second ago, but they drop him with that Sonic Wave. Yeah, Anti-Mage just goes down. And this is really one of those situations where, again, I don't understand this. I just don't get it. Because they have a bad matchup with the Venomancer. Yes, not a good matchup. Right? Doesn't really work that well. I get it. But the Venomancer Queen of Pain matchup is significantly better than the Queen of Pain Anti-Mage matchup. That one is just atrocious. Right? That one isn't even on the scale because it is so bad. So, at the same time, this Venomancer isn't doing significantly, like, better against the Omni Knight, right? Than the Anti-Mage would have. Anti-Mage actually does pretty alright against Omni Knight, just because you can always burn his mana whenever he shows up down here. So, I don't know. If they wanted to go for him, Anti-Mage, I really think what they should have done is they should have just said, hey, we're gonna sacrifice the Venomancer a little bit. I mean, he can catch up, right? He's gonna get himself a Hand of Midas. He's got 30% experience gain. He'll come back into the game. Now, I think there might be a little bit of a similar logic going on with this Anti-Mage, though, right? This Anti-Mage very well could just get a Battle Fury, and then with that Battle Fury, they just buy him 10 minutes, and then at the end he comes out, you know, really, really farmed. He can always come back into the game. That's one of the advantages of a hero like this, but oh no, the invisibility. They just had a gank set up, and then Queen of Pain finds a lucky room, but she jumps in a little bit too deep. Oh no, the shackles gonna be interrupted. A Hex as well. Anti-Mage blinks forward. He wants this one. He's gonna be trapped. No! Nice step forward. Realizing he can't get any more hits in. He's gonna be forced to retreat out. Whiskey now dropping low. Do they turn it around? Not quite. One more attack. They're looking for an anti-mage. He wants it. Oh no, the greed. It was too much. It was too much. It was too much. Sanking. Also dropping. It's a double kill. About 13T. Well, tries to retreat, but... Ah, man, what a disaster. What a complete disaster. That was a bunch of misplays in a row. That was crazy, man. Like, the Queen of Pain, honestly, should have just gotten out. Just because, look, this is something that is actually, like, an important thing. Let's talk about this really quick. Just because something worked out doesn't mean it was the right play. The Queen of Pain going in there, there's a much, much higher chance of her dying than there is of getting the kill. Right? Much higher chance of that. Oh, close on that. Right? Absolutely. It is many times more likely of her that she dies than that entire fight turning around like that. No, that's not what happened. Right? They managed to kind of sneak in that 10% chance and actually get what they wanted. But that was pretty lucky, I'll just say it, right? Like, that just worked out very well for them. Probably a little bit better than it should have. Oh man, look at this. This just tells you how much trouble Lights Out is. They're rotating 4 heroes for this gank. The Fisher connects, the Shackles connect. They should be able to get her. Yes, the Burrow Strike comes out as well. The Hex, even dropping the anti-mage ultimate. I mean, it takes forever, but they get the kill. Man, that tells you the entire story of the game, right? Like, committing 4 heroes to a kill, and then it's close, right? Like, if there was any backup at all, they probably wouldn't have gotten her. That is just troublesome. Sand King now goes into the jungle. Goes for the old school Sand King strategy. You know, these days people like the caustic finale, but no, he just says, you know what, we're gonna sandstorm it up. Gonna go ahead and take down these creeps. I like that the anti-mage is actually letting him have these. Right, that's very nice of him. I think that's actually really something you gotta do. You gotta know when the farm belongs to the supports. We've got Scorch McDuck going up into the top now, and they are hoping to involve the Venomancer in some fights, which does certainly make sense, and honestly, it is quite required here. Now, a little misplay on that Ring of Aquila swap. A little bit of a misplay on that. And, alright, they're looking for it. They're gonna go in with the Venomancer. Oh, Gale misses! Oh no! Alright, they got some slows on the Disruptor, but Tusk is coming in! The Rage, the Lifestealer, he starts working on the Venomancer. Snowball forward, he traps himself, it's just not gonna work out. Oh, actually, Lifestealer isn't able to come in there. The Fisher blocks him out, Venomancer standing on the cliff! He gets one of them! Lifestealer now rages up, he finally manages to secure the kill. He's waiting, he's hoping to infest something. He finds a creep, but doesn't cast it quickly enough. And he ends up dropping. Wow, going up on that cliff really ended up working out. Nicely placed Plague Ward, making sure that the Lifestealer just doesn't have enough space up there. Tusk positioning himself badly, saying, I want to get those hits in, ignoring the Lifestealer. And so they do actually manage to turn it, turn it around again. I don't know, that was like a turnaround into a turnaround. At the very least, they managed to kill him, right? And that's what they came for. Now, losing the Venomancer is, of course, a big deal, and it's very unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? Missing Gale is also kind of a big thing, right? Like, that is... Ooh, you can't really have that. You really can't. Lifestealer, now sitting back up at the top. Venomancer's around. He saw that there's a bit of a stack. He wants to take that. He just wants to make sure that he's getting every piece of money he can. Tigo has his armlet. We're sitting in a bit of a pause. Let's just hope it doesn't take too long, right? But yeah, we've got the Tusk working on his medallion. Queen of Pain working on the Whale of Discord. So far, everything seems to be pretty much in order, right? Pretty much normal. Omni Knight. I expect this to be a Hand of Midas, right? I think Omni Knight really is a great Hand of Midas carry. Just... You need that money, you need the experience. Like, Omni Knight wants to have some items. If Omni Knight doesn't have items, he's not that impactful. Hand of Midas is a nice way of getting those with the reliable gold income, always making sure that you will guarantee to have some money. We've got Earthshaker sitting on a Soul Ring, not much else. Seems reasonable. I mean, he hasn't really had a chance to farm at all, right? Sand King working towards a Blink Dagger. Then we've got Anti-Mage, who now, I believe, has... Yes, the Void Stone, so there will be a Perseverance. at the current at the current state of the game, if he really hurries, he can finish his Battle Fury in maybe 15-16 minutes. The problem with that is it will probably end with him just having brown boots and no treads, and that's just not good. I mean, like 16 minutes, it's probably gonna be even later than that if he wants brown boots. Doesn't even have those yet, you know. Probably just gonna put like a 17 or 18 minutes on that. That's probably a bit more realistic, but yeah, he's just spending time in the jungle now. They're blinking forward. They find Omni. 1 stun, 2 stuns, 3 stuns, lots of damage, magic immunity. He gets a little bit of return damage. Tusk coming in. Oh no. Oh. Well, snowball forward, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Nah, Surfax will be fine. They don't want to commit to that. They'll just leave it for the time being. Bit of a shame that they... I don't know, like, I feel like the Omni Knight had a better chance just running straight. Like, that's really one of those ones where you don't turn around. No. Don't turn around, man. If you turn around, then you'll be in a bad spot. Like, you don't want to risk it. Venomancer, now looking for farm elsewhere. It's actually dropping a bit low, but, you know, just farming. I'm a bit unhappy that they're rotating the Venomancer like that. I don't like that he isn't like just sitting in a lane. Venomancer is good at like ganks, but he isn't good at rotating farm. That's not his strong suit. Anti-Mage is amazing at rotating farm, for example. Like that is like his thing, right? He likes to blink around the place, be very fast with that, be very agile, pick up creeps all over. But Venomancer doesn't do that. Like he's just not very good at that. It takes him forever to set up his damage, right? He's a more static hero. He likes to go into lane and stay there. If he goes into a gank, well then he ganks once and then he goes back into the lane and stays there. Right? If he pushes, well, he's gonna do it slowly. He's just not that agile. Right? He's not that fast. And having him run around like this is just slowing down his farm. If we go look at the net worth, yeah, he's the highest on his team, which is not a surprise whatsoever, right? Like that's what you would expect, absolutely. But he's still pretty far behind. Oh, they get the shackles. Gonna be purged off by the magic immunity. Surfax on the run. That's an early level though. It's not gonna last very long. Magic wand a little bit questionable right there. He goes down anyway. A quick zap of the lightning bolt. Shadow Shaman showing off his damage. And one of the great things about this hero, like never underestimate how much damage a Shadow Shaman can do. This guy hurts. Like these are strong. The Ether Shock is very good at level 140 damage, right? Oh, nice. They do actually manage to catch the Sand King here. Bit of a surprise. But yeah. I mean, late game, of course, you get the 350 additional Ether Shock damage. Laguna Blade the enemy team every few seconds. Just go hard on that. Yeah, Anti-Mage, still no boots. I don't like this. At all. The best farming item this guy can get at the moment, in this moment, are power treads. Like, power treads are just the best tool for him. Like, it speeds up his damage output so much. It gives him more mana to blink around the place. And he needs them anyway. Like, there's no skipping the power treads. I hate it when people do this. This is a misunderstanding of how farm mechanics work and, like, how quickly you can farm a place. Right? Like, you're slowing yourself down by the lack of movement speed. You're slowing yourself down by the lack of attack speed from the treads. Like, even if you don't want to go treads, okay, I can get that. Right? But get ground boots at least. The movement speed is so important. Scourge gonna be ganked right here. Drops an ultimate, so maybe looking for a bit of a turnaround. Not gonna commit to it. There's nobody else around. They just get the... Oh, actually going in on the Queen of Pain, but the instant heal. Nah. 49 will end up being fine. Blinks backwards. I mean, there's still magic damage coming out from that big Venomancer ultimate, but it's just simply not enough. Tago on the Lifestealer. Well, he's starting to be active, and that is important to keep in mind here, right? They do have a nice vehicle with that Queen of Pain. So, putting the Lifestealer inside of her, blinking around, getting pickoffs, taking down the Anti-Mage, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a very, very big deal. And actually, kind of a problem. Like, if they put both slows on Anti-Mage, I don't even think his blink is enough to get him out of harm. Right, that is just not enough. Wow. These kills are going by really quick. Please excuse me for missing some of them. It always goes from, like, what... Like, I look at something, I think it's peaceful, I click away, and then it's just, like, instantly death. Again, please forgive me for that. Lifestealer wanted to jump into the Queen of Pain right there, but then realized he didn't have his ultimate ready, so... So he decided, oh, you know what, like, maybe I'm gonna just turn off my armlet again really quick, and... Oops, about that. Well, next time. Just give me, like, 10 seconds. And, he is probably gonna go into the Queen of Pain within those 10 seconds. Queen of Pain, pretty far ahead, so... Maybe they'll gank without him. She's working on her Orchid. Very close, very close. And that's an exciting item here. And I may just... No way. Okay, so it will be the 15-minute Battle Fury. This is faster than I predicted. Because he didn't get boots. Right? Now the thing is, he has a Battle Fury. But really he doesn't farm that quickly with it. Because he just doesn't have the boots yet. And he's so vulnerable. He is so incredibly vulnerable. And this right here is exactly what I'm talking about. 2 supports coming in, taking him down almost all the way, and then the Queen of Pain just catches him. Like, that's just... It's just too much for him, right? Like, that's just very, very difficult for him to deal with. Queen of Pain, also the Orchid, and this is why I like it. This is why I'm excited about it. Anti-Mage, nowhere near Manta. Like, not even close. Like, not even remotely close. It's gonna take him forever until he actually gets that Manta, right? Like, it's just... Oh, man, that Manta is so far away. Like, he can get out like a fucking telescope and just look across the entire world. And he'll see nothing. Because it's just not even on the same planet. Disruptor will go down. They find the Lifestealer. Orchid coming... not the Lifestealer, the Sand King. Orchid coming out. Lifestealer coming out as well. But a blink away. Should be fine. They don't really have a stun, these two. In the meantime, the fight continues over here. BO3, hoping to kill the Tusk. Raindrop, gonna prevent that one. Hex comes out, but he gets burned down immediately. Omni Knight purifies him out of this world. Yeah, he is not too interested in his nonsense. It will be a pipe on the Omni Knight as opposed to going for the Hand of Midas. That seems reasonable considering he's actually doing pretty well. Right, like this is the thing. Like this Omni Knight actually has a decent chunk of money just like running around and being helpful. In which case, yes, yeah, definitely, sure. Go for your more active items. Go for something that really allows you to push your advantage. Seems good. Now, another thing we kind of need to keep in mind here. This game isn't actually like that much in favor of the dire side in terms of gold and experience net worth. The big thing here, though, is the supports being so poor. Disruptor and the Tusk really don't have much at all, right? If we look at their items, we can see Disruptor sitting on basically nothing. We've got the Tusk in a similar situation, right? Again, sitting on basically nothing. I really wish these two guys had a little bit more money. I feel like if... what are their names? What is the name again? Snakewingz? Shit, man, I already forgot. Oh, the blink forward. Oh, Gale connects as well. He can't purge that. He's gonna be slow. Rages anyway. Trying to get out of there, and it seems he will be successful. So a bit of a scare, but not enough to actually get anything done. Lifestealer picking up Desolator as well. So, again, I wish those two had a little bit more money. Getting supports cash really helps, right? Like, that is a big deal. It's very impactful. Generally speaking, something I recommend. However, currently, the dire side is quite a bit ahead in terms of fighting potential. Lifestealer is so strong. The Queen of Pain is so strong. Still gonna give them an edge. But I'm not gonna give them like I'm not gonna say that they are super incredibly unbeatably far ahead. If those supports had a bit more money, then yes, I would be inclined to say that. But in its current stage, the possibility of a comeback is very much real. Manomancer now working on his force stuff. Glimpse back up into the top immediately. Bit unfortunate, but what can you do, right? No Hand of Midas today, and that is unfortunate because like usually you really want that item on this hero just to out level everybody like crazy. But seems that might not happen here. Sacking, okay, ultimate comes out, he blinks forward, goes in on the Queen of Pain. She's taking a lot of damage, immediately healed up, and the reverse storm coming out. Sand dropping low, he's double silence, will go down. Not much Lights Out can do about that. That was an initiation that was risky, and that risk did not work out. A bit weird, honestly. Like, I get going for something like that if you think the enemy is alone, but, I mean, the Omni Knight was pretty obviously around. I don't know, maybe they didn't have vision on him. Right, Queen of Pain jumps forward, Lifestealer's inside of her, comes out immediately. Wants to go on the Shadow Shaman, gets that kill, dodges the Gale. He's magic immune, Duality comes out. Venomancer, nice push forward, just getting past the cliff. Just barely. Tusk snowballs through. Virus Punch connects, Earthshaker, the stun. Another Fisher, another stun, nothing. Not gonna be needed. Scourge goes down. Lifestealer, he's on the retreat. Looking for an opportunity to armor toggle. This is it. He can turn this around if he wants to. Waiting for the rage. Oh no, he needs to use his E. Well, seems he's gonna settle for the rage. Nope, not going to happen, and he will drop. And the mage's ultimate was on cooldown right there. So, not really too much that really could have gone wrong with just like hitting him a bunch. Like, honestly, I feel like that's one of those scenarios where you try to like win by scaring the enemy away. You know, like after the anti-match playing forward, one open wounds on him, you just armlet, you go in on the guy. Like, he can't win that. Like, anti-mage loses that every time. And he just used blink. I mean, like, that's just gonna result in anti-mage slowly walking away because he can't fight you. You regenerate a ton of HP. But I guess he was waiting for that rage. Maybe a little bit of panic set in as well. I've got the Tome of Knowledge on the Tusk. Seems he's waiting for the 40% experience talent, or maybe he just isn't sure if he should be the one to use it. But yeah, using the Tome of Knowledge when you have your talent, maybe a decent idea. Honestly, I'm not sure if that talent is really what he should be going for. The 40% experience gain is simply a bit much at time. I know that sounds silly. Because you would think that just maximizing your experience gain as much as possible is a good idea, right? But Tusk is actually one of the heroes where having a crazy amount of experience gain isn't that great, because he just doesn't scale well with levels. And usually a lower respawn timer is probably more valuable, right? Like a Tusk at level like 12 is as strong as he's ever gonna get. Right, or 14, I suppose, something like that. You really don't need that many levels on the guy. His talents aren't that great either. Like, he just does not have great talents. The 150 snowball damage are really good. Like, that is definitely a good one. But the rest of them, yeah. So, I don't know. It's just an interesting point, right? I'm not saying he shouldn't use the Tome of Knowledge after he gets the 40% experience gain. If he wants to go for the experience gain, then he should definitely save it. I'm just saying there's an argument to be made for not going for the talent at all, even though it is so ridiculous, and going for the 35 damage instead. Disruptor smoked up. The entire side here, all smoked up. Looking for Roshan, maybe? Also, it's gonna be a good old Sange and Yasha Lifestealer. Yasha coming out first, so it could be a Manta Star, but let's all be honest, that seems a little bit unlikely. I mean, Manta Star is not really an item we see too much of on Lifestealer. It's also not really an item I would recommend too often. This game, nah, it's not that great. There's nothing you can really perch with it. Nothing you can really perch with it. Seems we're getting back into it. Alright. Good to see. TP boots on the Venomancer. Yeah, he's just trying to like somehow, you know, do Venomancer things, but it's just not really working. Orchid comes out, lots and lots of damage, right? Like their damage output here is just ridiculous with that medallion as well. Funnily enough, this ward actually scouts out the Roshan. They see Tusk running around this area with the medallion on cooldown. That can only mean one thing, but sadly, it's too late. Queen of Pain picks up the edges anyway, and she is now looking strong, almost finishing a BKB. With that, she becomes invulnerable. It's not really anything anybody can do to her with that BKB online. Anti-Mage now rushing his Manta Star, saying he wants that as quickly as possible. They do find Elrond, and the Sand King does go down. But yeah, Anti-Mage getting himself that Manta Star as quickly as possible. He is not going to wait for Vladimir's. He's not going to spend time on that. He just wants to have the ability to purge off the slow, purge off the Orchid, and that is absolutely the right call. Right? You gotta make sure you can deal with this stuff. If you can't deal with it, then you're just in a bad spot. And I think this may actually have been one what Lights Out was hoping for, right? Like, Lights Out may have just hoped that if they get that anti-mage enough time, he will get farmed eventually, right? Yes, he lost that mid lane. He did. But so would the so would have the Venomancer, right? And if the Venomancer loses that mid lane, he has a harder time to recover than this anti-mage, who is now just making cash, right? Like, absolutely, he's just making bank. Going through these creep waves like they are butter, soaking it all up, frying it, and serving it as butter on a stick. Because it is just... That's what anti-mage does, right? Like, this is his speciality. He kills creeps. I don't know why he has 2 quelling blades. That is weird. But who am I to judge? He blinks away. And he's fine. So they're actually catching up. Anti-mage now leading the network charge. Of course, having that one big team fight helped a lot. And he's actually really close to that Manta Star. Earthshaker picking up a Blink Dagger as well. Oh, the sneaky Tusk. The sneaky Tusk. He wants this one. Up at the top, there's a bit more of a fight. Oh, we all know how badly he wants it. There's just not enough support around, sadly. He will not be able to get that. Venomancer? Not Venomancer, Shadow Shaman. Also sneaking around the jungle. Yeah, this game has really just kind of calmed down. I mean, at this point, it's just a bunch of teams farming. Right? Like, both sides are simply saying, you know what? We don't want to risk it. We don't want to risk it. The Radiant side is still scarred and scared from that early game. Right? They're still in a position where they're just not really in a situation where they want to do anything risky. Because they do believe they have the late game, and it's probably a pretty safe call to say that. At the same time, the Dire side just had a really bad team fight. And in fact, in terms of net worth, they are behind. Now, they don't know that. I assume they still think they're ahead. Oh, they connect with quite a bit on this Shadow Shaman. Jump forward, Omni Knight. Omni Knight dropping low. Nice double stun. Matas comes and picks them all up. Shadow Shaman already going down. The dunk connects, but it doesn't really do anything. Queen of Pain now jumping forward. The slow on the Sand King. Can she get him? No, the invisibility will keep him safe. Orchid on cooldown. And not in range. Oh, nice double burrow strike. Aaron definitely hoping to maybe turn us around, but they lose the Sand King. Anti-Mage is now here. Actually out of mana, funnily enough. He won't be able to proceed with the fight. Goes back. North Shrine. Just gonna go all the way back. Play it safe. Working on Hout now after the Manta Stars online. Venomancer, level 15, has 150 cast range. Actually, only being level 15 on this guy, that is kind of an issue. I mean, you would hope that he can just, like, really get ahead with his experience, gain talent, but this point is barely allowing him to keep up. Lifestealer now picking up that Saint Yasha. Bit of an old school choice, not really something we see too much of these days. Not sure if that's gonna be great, but we'll see. Alright, vehicles ready. Queen of Pain blinks forward. Oh, they actually go in on the Shadow Shaman. They catch him. He goes down immediately. Scourge. Well, they may actually be happy about this. Honestly, the Radiant side could very well be okay with this. Because they were probably gonna lose this tower anyway, right? And now they traded as support for Sonic Wave, BKB. That's a good trade. Like, could be worse. I mean, the the Lifestealer ultimate is also on cooldown. It's really a matter of just like, you know what? This actually worked out kind of decently. This actually kind of worked out for us. Yes, they're going to take that tower, but at the same time, they can't do anything else, and we're just trying to stay alive. In the meantime, our anti-mage is pushing somewhere else on the map, getting rich. And that's exactly what he's doing. Just running around, blinking around, starting to really make cash here. Should toggle his boots. And I like that he's not toggling his boots. No, he's not. I've actually been paying attention to that, and he hasn't been targeting his boots at all. You really gotta make sure to toggle your boots. Like, this is just bad play. He's wasting mana. Maybe at this point he's just not worried about it anymore, just because he's got plenty of mana, but... I don't know. It's just a good habit to have, right? But he wasn't doing it earlier either. Maybe I shouldn't talk so much trash about the players. I don't really mean it that way. I think it's valuable to point out mistakes, right? Like, the thing is, I can't point out everything they do right, because there's so much they're doing right. But there are a few mistakes that are still happening in the gameplay, and I think pointing those out isn't meant to flame the player. Instead, it is meant to be something that you guys can take value from, right? It's just like, okay, what's a mistake that the pros make? Let's try to not make that mistake. Because it's probably a mistake that is, you know, not that big and fixable, and something that even we can deal with. Alright. Well, they've got enough heroes around to go for it, so I guess they go for it. Hex comes out. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Nice pick off there. Very nice, very nice. Almost got the heart ready on Risky. So, funnily enough, this anti-mage pick is actually gonna work out. It really shouldn't. But yeah, I mean, he's just doing well now. Like, he's just getting rich. Lifesteal on the side of the Corp of Pain. Teleporting to the mid. Snowball. Looking for the Tusk. No, wait, the Shadow Shaman. Damn it, close. Down goes the Shadow Shaman. Oh, man. If that guy that wanted to co-cast earlier is still up for that, well, feel free to join me for the next one, because, God, I am quite tired here, which is why I'm, you know, like, misspeaking quite frequently. I've just had a long day. Like, I have just had a long day. That's all. That's all. Alright, Lifestealer pops out. Gets those crepes really quick. BKB. Of course, we saw that earlier, but also an Assault Cross now. So this Queen of Pain is really going for a lot of right-click, and then she's also going for the Lightnings now. A very interesting choice, right? So 49 wants to be able to deal damage. I'm not sure much I like the Lightnings. I mean, it honestly is just not that great against anti-mage. Like, magic damage is just generally not good against this guy. And it is kind of questionable in general. They do get the kill right here, though. Anti-mage coming in from behind, takes down one of them. Now looking for the Queen of Pain. The BKB used, she blinks away. Tusk runs in, kind of trying to buy a little bit of time. But Anti-mage comes forward. He wants this one, gets stunned up. Tego is still around. They should be able to just finish the Tusk. And it seems that that's what they're going to do, and that's what they're going to settle for. Oh, doesn't quite get the frozen sigil there. Oh no, the Anti-mage blinks forward. They go ahead and turn this around. The Orchid immediately on him. Manta Star purchased that off and he blinks away. Omni Knight ultimate is used, protects his teammates. Queen of Pain gonna be shackled up for the time being, but Tico's still going in. He wants Bard and he goes down. Whiskey? He wants this though. He jumps forward. Doesn't have a bash. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Omni Knight. Oh. Well, I'm not sure where that one was going, but definitely not going to the Omni Knight. Omni Knight, by the way, picking up a Radiance. Interesting choice. Zanking goes down up at the top. This guy is really going for a lot of interesting plays. Which interesting is the new way to say terrible. What was that? I mean, you can't just go in on your own like that. Like, what are you doing? I mean, even if you get the kill, like, who cares? Like, it's just not that significant. Like, it's better to have your ultimate ready for a big team fight. Very weird. Radiance on the Omni Knight. Good item. Right? Just straight up. Strong, powerful item. Not sure if right here is the best choice for it. I think Heaven's Halberd is something your team really needs. Helps you deal with that anti-mage. But nobody's gonna buy it. I mean, Lifestealer could, but he won't. Right? Queen of Pain, probably not. And who else? Like, it's gotta be you. It's gotta be the Omni Knight. You gotta play a more supporting role here. A Radiance is scary, don't get me wrong, but it is more of a carry role, or a more aggressive one. Then again, he hasn't really been able to get a stream team fight. Right, in a stream team fight, he's just invulnerable for the entirety of it. Shadow Shaman dropping rather low here. Radiance damage is actually gonna be pretty impactful here, so... yeah, it does get him the kill. On the lonely Shadow Shaman. In the meantime, Lifestealer taking a lot of damage. Does he have an ultimate? No, it is not ready. They go ahead and turn it around. They want Anti-mage. He's in the snowball though. He does have that reflection, and they turn this around. Wow. A triple kill for the Earthshaker. Getting the big dunk. Making sure that they go ahead and get those kills, and that's going to be a push. That is absolutely going to be a push. Lights out, now working on this bottom lane. They go ahead and get themselves the first tower here. The melee barracks next in line. Anti-mage pushing the mid lane. Yeah, I mean, so even a buyback coming out. Anti-mage decides the bottom seems to be a bit better, a bit tastier. But yeah, in the meantime, top is just being taken down. Even if you stop the anti-mage from doing this, it seems they will. Sandking sacrifices himself yet again, but like, you lose you lose the top barracks, right? Like, this one is just dead. You lose mid, do they? They definitely lose the 2 towers. The last 2 tier 3 towers, and there goes the barracks. Whiskey now trying to chase the disruptor away before he's using his ultimate. Gonna be orchided here. Dropping low, and yeah, it goes down. Not ultimate, meta stuff. Sorry. Meantime, Shadow Shaman comes in and snipes the melee barracks. Can he get it? No. So close. So close. Just 75 HP away. That went from pretty even to pretty one-sided very quickly. One good team fight like that, man. Like, that was just a complete disaster. Complete disaster. Yeah. I mean, that's the battle, the butterfly here, right? You've got Sandking with the Lotus Orb. We saw that come into play early. Like, basically win that team fight, right? Shadowblade on this guy. Everything. Like, God, it's crazy. So much money right there. Such a big swing. And not just that, but buildings too, you know. This one just barely manages to survive, but he almost lost like those barracks in all 3 lanes. Roshan now gonna be attempted. Should be a pretty easy kill. Aegis on Omni? Yeah, wow. Who picked up a Saint Yasha? Man, I don't really know how much I like that. Like, this Omni Knight is doing weird stuff. I don't really get it. But okay. Alright, I mean, I guess who am I to question it, but I still don't really get it. Oh. Anomancer. She is defending. Just throwing down those wards, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to push against that. There's quite a bit of damage here. Whiskey going in. Oh, the big dunk yet again on 3 heroes. Disruptor dropping to half HP already, but they turn it around. Anti-Mage goes down. Earthshaker goes down. Venomancer goes down. Sandking goes down. 3 buybacks immediately. Anti-Mage comes back and he gets 1 immediately. Omni Knight dropping low. He does go down. Lifestealer now trying to just man-fight the Anti-Mage. He will be able to do so. Whiskey. Oh my god. Just barely manages to escape. The heart will set in a second. That's going to give him a lot more regeneration. Queen of Pain dropped. Invisibility from the Disruptor. Not gonna be enough. Jonathan. Well, he is back, but how long? Well, not very long, my friends. Not very long. Actually, lengthens it a bit with the Guardian Angel. Trying to maybe get Whiskey, but like, that's just, you just can't do that, man. You're just not strong enough for that. Getting it pretty close, but Gem of True Sight on the ground. Huge amounts of buyback use, but nonetheless, they managed to hold. They do manage to hold.
About time. Someone's having technical difficulties.
The problem is, that fight was fought with Aegis, right? So Cheese is still available. Queen of Pain didn't have a chance to use it. But is it enough? They catch the Lifestealer here. He's actually dropping pretty low. Blink forward. Is there a bash? No. Whiskey doesn't have it yet. Goes in, starts working on a barracks, and yeah, Omni Knight walks in. But this is what I meant. Like, why even bother? Like, why care? Like, what is he doing? How does it matter? Just go and hit the barracks. Like, who cares? Who cares about the Omni Knight? Who gives a shit? And the star that keeps Whiskey safe. He just blinks out. Got his damage in. That's all he needs, right? That's all he needs. And like you saw right there, the Omni Knight he just walked in. He has his Radiance. He has his Saint Yasha. Who cares? Mid barracks goes down. That's mega creeps. This is why I didn't really like this Radiance. Like, it's just not... it's just not that impactful, you know? Like, Radiance is a good item, don't get me wrong, but, like, you need the right circumstance. Everything is situational. And this item build is just not fit for this situation. It's really that simple. The barracks does end up dying. Mega creeps now available. And there it is. First wave of mega creeps. 38 minutes into the game. That will be a problem. They're trying to sneak past them, but... well, you need creeps in the base. It's still surprisingly even. Experience is quite a bit in favor of Snakewingz, actually. That's kind of interesting, but... yeah, Lights Out got a mild gold lead here. But just having mega creeps, I mean... and look at this. Look at this. Look at these cheeky breakies. They forced them to TP back. And this is so smart. I love this. I love this. Forcing them to TP back like this just gives mega creeps time to establish themselves. Right? Like, this just makes it so that there will be mega creeps on the map. Everywhere. All the time. And imagine now blinking forward. Few hits in on those ancients. Goes ahead and starts working on those creeps as well. And it's gonna be the bash up next, which is the right choice. There's no better way of putting it, right? Like, that is just the right choice. And yeah, I mean, if you get the anti-mage to this point, then absolutely. Like, he's just insane. Absolutely insane. Once he does have that basher, this lifestealer can't take him anymore either. Oh, we do have some level 25s online, I believe. Queen of Pain, level 25. As you would expect, 60% spell lifesteal. We've got anti-mage. Going for the 25 agility. Very happy to see that. The 50 seconds mana void cooldown I don't think is very good. It just mostly comes down to like mana void being one of those abilities you want to use towards the end of a fight and end a fight with, right? Like, you don't use mana void to begin a fight, you use it to end a fight. So 50 less seconds cooldown on that just doesn't really make that much of a difference. Like, it's just not that significant. Yeah. 25 agility is really sick though. Like, that works out pretty damn well. We are soon going to see a Lotus Orb on Tusk, who is to level 21. Definitely keeping up there. He did end up going for the 40% experience gain after all. Maelstrom? No, I didn't think so. Didn't think so. Queen of Pain, by the way, she hasn't been able to make really any progress. Yeah. Shadow Shaman just puts down a ward. Puts down 2 wards, yes. Sentry and the regular one. Just making sure they know what's happening. I think right now they're just waiting for that basher. Right? I mean, what else could it be? Gotta be that basher. It's been a bit of a funny game, hasn't it? I mean, the Dire has a 12 kill lead. Lots of experience. I mean, a crazy amount of experience, right? But going up against Megas, I mean, how long can they last? Admittedly, I actually think like their team can just straight up last against Megas forever, but oh my god, that is so bad for them. No, that's just a kill. That's just a kill. Anti-Mage in the meantime keeping them busy. He wants to go back in though. The glimpse forward actually just helps him out a bit. Okay. Courier's back alive. Whiskey running around the place. Those wards doing quite a bit of damage. Queen of Pain buys back. They take down Shadow Shaman basically immediately. And with that, Lights Out goes ahead and just runs away. For the time being. But gotta keep in mind, towers died. Like, and well, not towers, but these like little buildings, these shrines and effigies and all of that. Like, those are dying, and that's a big deal. Because it just all works towards exposing your ancient, and that is a problem. We got another disconnect. Been a few of those this game. Not really too crazy, but hey. Not really been too crazy. By the way, please excuse that little Windows noise. That was me. Just trying to open up the stream.
All right, carry on.
Oh. Ah, there we go. There we go. Opened up the stream. I found it. Now I know where I'm casting to. Alright. Yeah, they forced out another buyback on the Queen of Pain. That's a pretty big deal. I mean, if you look at buybacks available, right, like, it's just looking dire for the dire. It's grim. Very grim. And there's hardly anything they can do about it. I was just gonna say it, but this was really Snakewingz' game to lose, right? They certainly made some questionable choices this game, and ended up costing them. And that is an Abyssal Blade ready on the Anti-Mage now. Venomancer, level 23. Not quite level 25 yet. Bit of a shame. I would like for him to be level 25. Dude, you gotta get those Plague Words going. They're so nice. It's so nice. Max level Plague Words are so nice. So nice, I tell you. Super nice, super nice. She was guard. Yeah. This Queen of Pain got a lot of armor. She's quite tanky in that regard. He hasn't been able to make much progress working on the Lincolns. What if he's still working on the Lightnings? Talking about Lightnings, Lifestealer. Picking some up himself. Keeping buyback though, which he should. Very, very happy that he's keeping buyback. If he dies and he doesn't have buyback, that's just game. Like, that's just, it's literally over. On that note, Roshan gonna be killed right here. Just probably going to the Anti-Mage. Not sure. I mean, he's very tanky. He went for a very tanky build, so I'm not sure if he wants the Aegis. Could give it to somebody else. Yeah, he does put his boots into his backpack. Of course, he does have pretty decent movement speed as is. 346. I mean, that is not much worse than the Earthshakers, right? Like, actually, wait, this guy got TP boots. Never mind. What about you? Yeah, not much worse. Actually, it's better than the Shadow Shamans, right? And he can speed himself up with the Butterfly, so it should be alright. Meantime, Sand at the bottom. Kind of just using his Sandstorm to be a little bit annoying. Of course, the Lifestealer himself won't be able to deal with him. Just continues to be a stall. That's all it is. Both teams a little bit scared, not willing to really risk anything. Abyssal Blade ready now. And I think that's what the Radiant side was waiting for. They wanted that Abyssal Blade. It really helps a lot. Anti-Mage is so difficult to kill now. They've got the Aegis. It's time to go in, right? Let's wait for the next creep wave. Those mega creeps do matter. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Those mega creeps do matter. And we are going in! They get the bash immediately! We've got Disruptor dropping low. He's out of mana. He can hardly do anything. He needs to retreat. Anti-Mage? Well, he is very low as well. Actually, trying to fight with this Lifestealer. Is not going to be able to do so. And he drops. Double Burrow Strike connecting on the Tusk and on the Lifestealer. In the meantime, we already lost the Earthshaker and Shadow Shaman. Anti-Mage blinking on Jonathan. Trying to maybe drop him with that Whiskey, but it's just not enough. Silence on Anti-Mage. He doesn't have Manta Style for a few more seconds. Does the Bash connect? Yes, Bash comes out. Up into the air he goes. Blink ready, he goes. He goes out. He's running. He's on the run. The Queen of Pain now a few more right clicks. But she just doesn't have enough. The damage from the tick won't be it. Oh my god! Tego! With the very edge of the Infest AoE connects on the Anti-Mage. And they get the kill. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. And Snakewingz staying in the game. I do not like the way... no, I forgot the name. Can you guys just put the name on the... Something with light. No light? Blind light? I don't know. The Radiant. The Radiant. I really like the way the Radiant played that fight in my head. Not in actuality, because that was just terrible. That was garbage. That was so bad. They had the anti-mage just like, look, this can never happen. This is just such an amateur mistake. Right, but like, you have a fight happening here. Right? This is where the fight is happening. Right?
Like we lost one.
4 out of your 5 heroes are here. Your main carry is somewhere over here. That's not gonna work. You're going to die, right? Like, and that's just because your main carry is not protecting the rest of your team. Usually, you have your anti-mage be in front of your team. And it's important that he does that. Because if he doesn't do that, then like the rest of his team is just exposed. The Shadow Shaman is just easy bait. So quick to kill. And there's really nothing you can do about it. Right? You can't just dive in like that. You can't do it. Because what then happens is your team dies. You're left alone. And you die. Because no matter how strong you are, a 1 versus 5 is just not possible for you. You are not strong. You're not strong enough for that. You just can't do it. You're overreaching. You think you're more powerful than you really are. You're being greedy. Didn't like that at all. That was unfortunate. Well, he's going for a BKB now. Honestly, I don't think he even needs one. Like, I don't think that was the problem. Like, the problem was the lack of coordination. Well, it gives Venomancer a bit more time to get to level 25. We're gonna see those wards. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. I like these. Man, like the Plague Wards, they've got like, what, 1350 life. They got 120 damage. You put down a lot of them. They're fun, they're nice, they're strong. I like them. I think they're cool. On the upside, no matter how hard the dire side tries, they just can't leave their base. They just can't come out. Simply too difficult for them to do anything here. Hex ready on the Sanking. It's still pretty even in terms of gold and experience, you know? Like, experience is now gonna start evening out a bit, right? Like, yes, Dire is still ahead, but, like, doesn't matter, right? Everybody's level 20, a few heroes more, level 25, I guess. I suppose having the... Okay, going for the Degen Aura. Interesting. Minus 16% on that. So... I suppose... I think you really always want the heal, but maybe he just, like, really wants to do his Radiance damage, right? I don't know. We've got Queen of Pain, we already talked about that. Lifestealer picking up 1 second of rage. 1 second of rage. I really don't know what the right choice is there. Like, 15 armor is very good. Do not underestimate 15 armor, but... Rage is also very good. That's kind of the difficulty, you know? Alright, Lightnings on the Queen of Pain. The cool thing about Lightnings, of course, is they do work with the spell Lifesteal, right? So, even though they may not be great against anti-mage, they're good at clearing creep waves, and they are good in terms of lifesteal. So, you know, she'll get some benefit out of it, that's for sure. Also makes her attack really quickly. Cool thing about the Queen of Pain too is she still has a way to progress. Like, even though she's 6-slotted, she can definitely just go for that platform. Venomancer finally level 20, level 25. We've got it! Nice! So happy about that. So happy. Look at these wards, they're so strong. Look at these wards. Oh my god. I love these guys. I just found it very amusing that one of these wards would just kill like a level 1 hero in a one-on-one fight. And I understand, you know, it's a level 25 ability, it's really powerful, but still, it's kind of cool. Just to think about that. Like, one of these wards just straight up wins a fight against a level 1 hero. Yeah, you can see they They hurt quite a bit. They're gonna be pushing with that now. If there's a lot of these down, that becomes a real problem. Right? Like, absolutely. Don't underestimate these. So, again, I'm excited. It's still just farming. Both sides are still just farming. Been a bit of a snooze fest like that, I'll be honest. Been a bit of a snooze fest. It's just really one of those things where I feel like, you know, either side should go for plays. I get that the Dire side can't really leave their base, and that's understandable, right? And really, like, it's one of those scenarios where they just gotta kind of say, hey, I guess we're gonna be in here for a little while. Oh, Green Flame blinks forward! They want Bard, but he's force stuffed out. Drops the ultimate, gets off a lot of damage before he ends up going down. Earthshaker comes in, Green of Page, he dies! They get him! Tego, now trapped. Omni Knight will try to keep him alive. The ultimate definitely protecting him for quite a while. The BKB is active on the anti-mage. He's fighting. He's fighting. He's got an ultimate. He's not using it. He didn't use it. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Yes! Tego goes down. Jonathan. Well, he activates his cheese. Had that cheese for quite a while. He's going to be forced to blink away. Anti-mage. He ends up being fine, but, you know, still forced to blink. Oh no, he goes back in. He goes back in. Scourge goes down. They are hunting down Risky now. Yep. Blinks out. Sophex gets a kill. Ancient is dying though. Lots of damage on that Ancient. While this fight was happening, well, they lost quite a few towers here. It's definitely a pretty decent fight, but double buyback forced. Double buyback. Big win for the Radiant. Not only did they force double buyback, but they also managed to get you know, those two towers. The last buildings in the Radiant base. They just can't leave anymore, right? Like, this is just impossible. At this stage, the Mega Creeps will kill us so quickly. And there's nothing that's gonna prevent it from happening. Another Aegis. Anti-mage getting quite stacked. I think this is where you just buy a Moonshot, right? Like, I understand that he's maybe he's probably keeping for buyback, but like the thing is, he's got such a like dominating position right here with the Mega Creeps and all of that. I feel like even if you lose a fight, you're never gonna lose it so badly that you just straight up lose the game and need to buy back, right? Like, unless you buy back. And 60 attack speed is a lot. Especially on an anti-mage with the lower base attack time. That will help a ton. So, I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe Moonshot time. Maybe. Is it Monday yet? No, not quite. It's close enough to Moonshot Monday. I mean, it's closer to Moonshot Monday than any other day of the week, so we'll take it. Shadow Shaman running around the place. Still waiting for that level 25, you know. He's gonna go ahead and get himself to 350 Evo shock damage. Maybe he's just very smug about this. He's just like, yeah, this is good news, man. We're happy. We're happy. This is a good situation to be in, you know. I'm a support. I don't ever get to be level 25, and then this game of me, and then I can like stab people and do tons of damage. Oh yeah. Alright, that's what's going through his mind. That's what's going through my mind. Earthshaker, almost level 25 as well. Wonder what he's gonna go for. But seems like right now we're going for a smoke. Aegis, of course, ready on the anti-mage. Oh, they're sneaking around the side. Glimpse back. Immediately drop the stun. They want to keep this lifestealer busy, but anti-mage actually going for somebody else entirely. His team is split up again. These guys are going for the lifestealer. These guys are going for everybody, I guess. I don't know. Anti-mage is just fighting the entire Radiant team. Lifestealer now forced to retreat. He does end up dropping. There is no buyback. There is no buyback on that. The Shadow Shaman wards come out with the... Does that? No, it's not quite Aghanims yet. They're just split up into two directions right here. And GG's called. Yeah, they're gonna call it. Like, this is just too much. Even though the positioning wasn't great. Like, it's just Mega Creeps here now. Like, the Ancient is gonna die. They can't defend. They can't defend. And that's gonna be game one. Going into the favor of the Radiant. Lights out. Manages to take it. And boom. So yeah, scoreboard, if we take a look at this, right, it's actually kind of an interesting one, right? Like, team experience and net worth, you can see that, like, Snakewingz was actually doing really well, and then they just kind of threw it a little bit for a bit, and then they, like, started to come back, and then they, like, threw it super hard, and it just went crazy from there. Funnily enough, at this point is also where the experience just went nutty. But yeah, Anti-Mage, you can see, he was just completely shut down in the early game. A minute 10, not very effective, not very powerful, and then he slowly crept his way up there. They gave him too much time, they gave him too much space, they weren't able to finish the game, and so they ended up winning. Lights Out, surprisingly, taking this game. Alright, boys, we're gonna be going into game 2 in a second then, and in the meantime, enjoy this beautiful screen and some music or some shit. I don't know.
Doing well. Happy birthday to my pops. It was yesterday, but still counts. Black Paisley Records. My name is E-Double. I hope everyone's doing well. If you haven't copped the mixtape, RainThursday.com, Facebook.com/EdupHipHop, Twitter.com/EdupHipHop. And it's 3:32 p.m. on Thursday, March 17th, and I haven't even had a drink yet today. This is stupid. Let's see here. West Virginia University advances in the NCAA bracket past Clemson 84-76. Okay, congratulations. 41 minutes ago. Let's see. Is there anything a little more recent? Is there anything? This is the proof of life. This is when I hold up the newspaper. You know, I was supposed to be doing paperwork all day today. Barker's gonna be pissed, but instead I made a song. Oh, and shout out to PJ Harvey for the sample. I guess she recorded that album in like a church or something. So, anyway. So I'll see you guys later. We'll see you. Take care. Okay, here we go. Freestyle Friday number 9. Now, before you jump the gun on anything, this is supposed to be like a house party type song like 2004, so sing along when you can. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors. Madman, old 10-time drapers. Cut the jukebox on, make the woofers blow. We gon' sit here until all them heifers go. Holler at the tens and spend a little dough. Not on them, no, they can buy their own drinks. Take that work week off, 5 days in the bucket. Fuck it, you got a boss who's a jerk who doesn't. Throw on some Wu-Tang, bring the motherfucking ruckus. There is no pretext. We are living and we love it on a budget. Never mind, we just nudge it to the side. Give the kids a little time. We are living till we die. Focused and we hustle, but we still be getting high. No exception to the rule. Do what you do to get by. Cause I keep ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep party getting jammed up. You were Tony Danza. When they ask who's the fucking boss, put your hand up. Never put it down cause you're banging to the anthem. 2010 trend, put the iPod on random. Wonder why I tried to play this instead of Hanson. Probably cause it gets the people moving like a handgun. Just like the little white fellas up in Am. Happy Easter from the motherfuckers living in the mansion. Yeah, Freestyle Friday number 9. Thanks to Rat-a-Tat for letting me steal their beat. It's very kind of them. They're nice guys. Anyway, happy Easter weekend, I guess. I'm about to go up to Philly. I'll tell you why I chose this beat. I was driving around, it was real sunny the other day. Made me feel like it was like a Sunday morning after church as a little kid when my pepper used to buy me and my sister Slurpees. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, and my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go. Yeah, Freestyle Friday number 9. It is April 2nd. Everybody have a great weekend. Go Phils, go O's next week, and if you have time, go to reverbnation.com/edouble. Maybe be a fan on my Facebook page, facebook.com/edubhiphop. Thank you guys for listening. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Damn, these outros are stressful, aren't they? Stressful for you, stressful for me, stressful for everybody. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta do my laundry. I'll see ya. Sanitizing cause I'm a virus. So dirty like the old Osiris. I never tiptoe when I'm on papyrus, cause my words bleed through band-aids, can't hide this, and I just get on my ride and blast off. My scheme's so Ponzi, I'm a Madoff. Weekend with Bernie, Donzi boat burning, cigarette boat, the speeds are unearthly. Chilling in the harbor as if I swam there. I like my health but I still jam there. I got my jam box cut to 11 and I'm E-dub. I don't know any Evan unless your profession is cutting checks, in which case that name probably suits me best. Or Black Paisley, the name we gave hope to. The light in the tunnel is starting to pose a clue. I ain't just trying to survive, I'm still trying to thrive. I never want to say goodbye, but this road's getting hard and my lungs filling up with dust. And I ain't never had the answer, so I keep moving.
Hello?
Faster. 2 steps from the next disaster. In a world so tight, all I want to do is lose.
I can't hear you if you're talking. Also, be aware you're already on stream. Alright, I guess not. No, I can't hear you. Yeah, we're trying to like get some other guy in here, so I have a co-caster. Because I always think that's a bit more fun, you know. Also, again, I'm a bit tired. Hello? I can't hear you. Sure, let's go Discord instead, if that works for you. Oh man, the things I deal with here.
Oh my god.
Baumi.
This is a
Baumi
public.
boy.
No, it's not lighting up.
It's not for us.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm not joining that.
Rainbow right there. Rainbow right up.
Probably need to mute the stream. And check Dota and see. God, this is so.
Okay.
Baumi. Hey,
Yo.
Baumi boy. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. What's up?
Hey.
You have a lot of people over there.
It's called a party, bro.
Yeah. Don't you watch Dota with a party all the time? Like
A big ass party.
big ass party.
How many people are we talking?
50.
Could you turn him up, Justin?
Yeah.
55.
And this is like an official stream for this shit. Or what is this?
Perfect.
I'm getting a pretty big echo from you guys.
Oh, really? That would be on our tech guy. He's working on it now. We apologize sincerely for this, Mr. Baumi, sir, but if you'll just wait one moment, we'll have that fixed for you. And the rest of the stream.
Tech guy, get it fixed now. Come on. Stop, dude. He's that bro.
I guess this does maybe qualify as casting, maybe. So, while watching the game, how much time do you actually spend talking about the game? I'm imagining it's in the lower percentages.
Dude, you know what? I'll let you take the front seat because you're like CaptainBaumi, and that implies some degree of seniority.
You
just
know,
by
I
rank
am
alone.
the captain. That is well known. It is known.
Yeah.
Really good.
So as a captain, you know, it only makes sense to me.
Well, there's also
That,
the problem that I don't know my crew, and they have an echo, and also there's like a billion of them, and they are very loud. So as amusing as this is, I'm not sure this is a great idea.
You gotta adjust the input. How's the echo now?
I don't know. Let me go ahead and give it a test. Oh, yeah, there's definitely an echo.
Hmm.
Alright. Boys, I'm sorry. I don't think this is gonna work. Like, I'm not gonna cast with that echo. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you guys seem a bunch of fun, but it's just the audio is kind of really, really bad. I hope you understand. I think you collectively muted yourself because I do not believe that you have the ability to shut up, so.
Excuse me. Well, is that any better? We're trying to mess with.
No, now
Still
you
like doing that.
now you aren't properly being captured and are constantly lagging. I just don't think this
I
is
was
gonna
kind of
work.
leaned back. How about now?
Oh yeah, no, that was good. Let me go ahead and try to speak again. Oh, actually, we do not have an echo. Will you look at that?
We just had a few technical errors to work out. We didn't expect to be using Discord for this purpose, and so things can definitely go
Alright.
haywire.
So what do you have
Took a
going on
look at
over
it
there? You
around
need to
a little.
describe. You need to describe your situation to me.
What's the situation? What do you mean, like?
Well, what is happening over there? Is it like, are you guys like just literally a bunch of dudes that somehow happen to get thrown into this game and are just like, well, let's go out and watch Dota together? Or is like one of you a caster who just happens to have a bunch of friends around who's just like, let's all cast together because that's a funny idea? Or is there something
We
you do
are
regularly?
I mean, collectively, we are the streaming group, the Mobius Boys. But today we are the XBet Boys. We love xbet.ag, number one gambling site. So put down your bet. We got our gaming house here, and through an
You have
XBet
like
bet.
you have a proper like house.
Yeah,
Where you
the
all
XBet
live
house.
together.
Yeah,
In the XBet
we live
house,
together.com.
yes.
Oh wait, don't go there.
Or do go there.
You
Oh.
can, but not on the stream.
And where are you? America, I assume?
I mean, ideally we'd be. We're currently in Austin, Texas.
I guess that
They
counts.
couldn't get it so that.
You keep cutting out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ask if they're.
Baumi, can you ask in party chat?
I'm sorry, you
Not
cut
a-
out in the middle there.
Can you ask them if they're ready to start?
Oh yeah, sure.
For some reason, our lobby chat isn't working. Let's hit this.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm just frankly a little bit overwhelmed here, but at the same time, I've been like, just like doing things for a solid like 10, 11 hours straight. So I'm perfectly okay with the situation you guys have thrust upon me. That sounds like a lot of fun. So what do you like usually do in your house? Like, how do you earn your living? You all got jobs and are just being really gay together, or what's up?
Radiant's ban.
Or did I scare them off? Was that too mean? I didn't expect that to I didn't expect that to be a problem here.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
All right. Well, while I can't hear them, I guess I might as well do this, right? So the Venomites are being banned out, the Anti-Mage being banned out.
Radiant's ban.
Snakewingz remembers last game, and they think that the Anti-Mage or the Venomites was the problem. Personally, I very much disagree. I can see that the banning out the Venomites is definitely reasonable, but I don't think banning out the Anti-Mage at all is a solution to the problems in that game. Anti-Mage wasn't the issue. The issue was letting the enemy farm as much as you did when you had a huge advantage instead of pushing that advantage.
10 seconds to go.
Nightstalker being banned out as well as the Necrophos. Two strong heroes just in general, you know, like something we need to respect. Are you guys here?
I believe we are. Can you hear us?
Yes, you just disappeared for
Perfect.
a second. I thought I scared you off because I was being a little bit rude. But I didn't think
I'm
you guys
kind of
would-
spooked. I get spooked easily.
Oh, okay. Well then, I guess no ghost stories today.
Yeah, please no ghost stories on the stream, and chat, please no ghost stories. Any ghost stories, and this whole stream might just fair
Imagine-
warning.
Oh, crumbling down. We can't handle it. Well, let's just hope they don't pick Death Prophet. Do you know Death Prophet's lore?
I don't. Can you fill me in, please, Baumi? Do you know
Yeah.
her lore?
Yeah, I know like the rough idea of it. Essentially,
Let's hear it. Actually, let's hear your version.
essentially she
Give it a
was
little flair.
Yeah, I'm giving it a little bit flair. You're just not letting me finish. So, essentially, what happened with Death Prophet, like, for some reason or another, she felt like dying. Like, she just really didn't like life or something. Really depressed. Probably gambled away all of her earnings on some weird ass gambling website. What is the one we're promoting today?
xbet.ag. And
There
you're
we
promoting
go.
it too, buddy, because this tournament is sponsored by the one, the only, get ready, get set, it's next, xbet.com.
There we go. So maybe wait, .com. They don't have a .gg website. I thought that's the cool shit these days.
Oh, wait, it's .ag, I think.
OG.
xbet.ag, excuse me.
Oh, what does that mean? Awesome game? Oh, weird. Anyway, but then she like died and then got resurrected by some dude. May have been Visage. And so ever since then, she's like constantly been trying to kill herself, and it's just not working. So she's just a
Damn.
very suicidal lady, but it's just not very good at it.
Wow. I think that resonates with all of us in some way or another.
A little bit, yeah.
Just human life, you know? Just suffering, man. And speaking of suffering, I think that Snakewingz is going to be suffering from the Clockwork Rubik. Both strong early picks.
Then you
Very sensual heroes. Both wear a mask.
Gotta make sure to ban out the Shadow Fiend here. Like if they do, I feel like if Snakewingz doesn't ban out the Shadow Fiend here, they'll be in a lot of trouble. I also really
And
like
Lights Out has pulled that before with the Shadow Fiend. I've seen a few of their games where they...
it's just the obvious pick. You have a Clockwork, Shadow Fiend is in the pool. You have to either ban out the Shadow Fiend or pick him himself. You have to expect it. Right? It is such a powerful combination. There's no reason to like not respect it at all. I've seen teams
Right.
try it, and every time they just get destroyed as a result. Like it's just so powerful. What do you think about the anti-mage ban? I think that anti-mage ban is a wasted ban.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was kind of like the riding factor of the last game, but that was mainly because of the rest of the team being
Yeah.
able to like sit there, team fight, create space.
Radiance ban.
Yeah, I think that
I don't think...
as much as the anti-mage like was powerful, right? Like it wasn't really the hero that made that happen. It was more everything around the hero that happened, which was very much avoidable. So I think just getting rid of the anti-mage is kind of not that important. Like you could have played better, you could have pushed the advantage more and then won anyway. Shadow Fiend being banned out, not a surprise.
Reserve time.
Yeah, I think they're mainly just afraid of that no boots anti-mage strat. You know, very, very new meta right there.
Oh god, I hate
Don't
that
buy
shit.
boots until you've finished your Battle Fury.
No, that is
Classic.
terrible, man. Like you gotta get yourself the power treads first. Like you are slowing down your farm.
Well, anti-mage was raised in a temple, and I seriously doubt that they just wore their shoes everywhere.
They
It's
probably.
muddy, so I mean,
Wait, is that
it's probably
anti-mage
honestly
lore?
more Lord friendly. Yeah, I'm not sure if it is or not, but to me it seems right.
Oh, okay. You want to know Rubik lore? Rubik lore is really cool.
That one's the best lore. That's the one where like basically
10 seconds.
he wanted to be like a Grand Magus, right?
Yeah.
The other ones were basically like challenging,
5 seconds.
got them in some like mini room or something, and started using all their spells against them, made them think they were against each other.
Yeah.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah, like he was just like, okay, to become a Grand Magus, I just need to kill a Grand Magus. Let me kill all of them at the same time. Should have
Yeah,
killed
and
Invoker.
that's just like me and my stepdad, Niall.
Alright, there's the Lifestealer.
To go.
I like Lifestealer. Strong pick. Nyx Assassin as well. Shadow Shaman coming out. I like the Nyx Assassin too. I think Nyx Assassin is kind of just like getting this guy here shuts down a bunch of potential picks from the Dire. You know, like Invoker is probably not going to be very likely anymore.
He's also really good at just interrupting like combos to like Earthshake.
Yeah.
Any of that AoE damage will
To
stop.
go.
It's also strong against Shadow Shaman, you know, like
5 seconds.
not really gonna be able to get those easy shackles with the Nyx Assassin being able to possibly stun him. So
Reserve time.
actually like the easy shackles are just not going to be a thing this game. TA coming out, that's gonna be our mid here. So Lights Out still looking for a mid that can deal with TA. There definitely are some options for that. Ursa being banned out from Lights Out. So Snakewingz still looking for their safe lane carry.
Yeah, and I kind of do like the lights out Viper. Good against TA, and also really puts it in Snakewingz' face, picking the Snake-winged hero to just face.
Yeah, no, Viper I think is actually a very smart pick here. There are a few problems, like you might want to consider going for something like a Puck, just because Puck is a better vehicle for the lifestealer. But sometimes that just doesn't matter. Like having that that Viper that can simply frontline really well. Another hero I would maybe like to see is actually a Dragon Knight. I know Dragon Knight is not necessarily the greatest pick against TA. Like it's not like a super winning matchup. But Dragon Knight would fit some roles really nicely in Lights Out. He could be a vehicle with a Blink Dagger. He can be a good, strong, solid frontliner. Push down towers. They don't actually have that much push right now, so I would really like to see that last pick actually be able to break some towers.
And that's very true. And another thing that that do is that he is also a snake-winged hero when in ulting. So I think you pointed out really probably the crux of the strategy for Lights Out. If they could go for Viper or Dragon, they banned the Viper.
They banned the Viper.
Snake, knowing exactly what's up.
Gotta be the Dragon Knight. Venomance is also an important. Well, he doesn't have wings, but he's a snake.
He doesn't have wings. Well, there are some sets where he has wing-like appendages, so that may be the play. You may have something there.
Only if they have that set, though.
Yeah, of
Set
course.
required.
If they don't have the set, then I'm rioting immediately.
Okay. Make sure you don't accidentally make a video game and make billions with it. Alright, Snakewingz, we're gonna see what their last pick is. Going up against that Lifestealer, there are some choices, right? Troll Warlord is still in the pool, which I think might actually be pretty effective. Difficult against all of these disable. Like, it has some nice synergies, but it's just difficult to play a Troll against all of this disable until you get BKB. So, if they do go Troll, they gotta rush that early BKB.
And I think that's fine. You have you're the right. Oh, okay.
I don't like this. I've seen this a few times in this league. Right? And it's like always this Faceless Void's like safe lane carry. But like Faceless Void is just not even that good of a safe lane carry. Like he's such a great offlane and you're putting him in safe lane and it's just like, I don't know, right? I guess they do have some good tools to make use of it. And they've got that Sand King Earthshaker duel, right? So there's like a lot of enable here, which could definitely make this work. But it's just so tricky. Like a Faceless Void takes a lot of items to get going as a carry. It's not one of those heroes that can just simply get one thing and then be effective. No, he needs a lot. I'm not
really seeing the synergy between Faceless Void and a lot of these heroes. TA notoriously short range until she
interrupts. Interrupts the shackles. You know, Sand King. Okay, I can kind of see that. You know, like Chrono, and then you put the Sand King ultimate on top of that. But I don't know. It's a weird pick. It seems to be really in favor in this league, though. Ember Spirit coming out, something I definitely like a lot more. Ember Spirit against TA is actually an interesting matchup. Like, this can really go both ways. Ember Spirit has notoriously low armor, right? He's got barely any. So if TA wants to go for that early, like, W and then just go, like, only 1 point into the E, get a point into the W, max out the Q, of course. She can actually do a lot of damage to him. But, of course, the E burns through the TA armor. Although, I actually want to, like, how many instances of damage does the E deal?
hang on, let me look.
Is it, like, once every 0.1 seconds? Because actually a fun fact about TA's refraction, it only breaks if you deal more than 5 damage to it. So actually a level 1 and level 2 Darkseer Iron Shell doesn't break through refraction and it simply deals straight damage to her even if she has full refraction charges. Because it just doesn't...
Overvenom.
Yeah, it doesn't do enough damage for that. Yeah, Overvenom is one of those too, right? So I'm not sure how many damage instances this is, because this is 30 damage per second, 40 damage per second, and then 50. So, I
believe that Flame Guard would.
It really depends on how many damage instances it has. I'm not sure. I really want to look this up really quick. I really care about these like small mechanics things. I find them super interesting. So, let's see. Damage instances on the Flame Guard in 0.2 second intervals. So, yes, it will always break through. Because it starts out with 6 damage, and 8, 10, and then 12. So, that's good news right there. So, that means that the refraction will hardly matter. It will be burned through, literally. Okay, look, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but can you look like put on some headphones or something? I mean, it's like just you and me, right? Like the other guys, they were funny earlier, but they aren't around anymore. So like, can't you just put on headphones?
He's grabbing headphones.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't mean to be disrespectful. Like that's not the point. But it's just like a matter of the stream is going on, right? Like I'm streaming here, and the sound just isn't that great. All right, and I think good sound really matters. And since it's not your entire party, it's just me and him. I think that seemed reasonable. No. Alright. In the meantime, we're just gonna go ahead and continue on with the game, I guess. Well, we do have a pause here, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at who is doing what. We've got Whiskey on the Ember Spirit. Of course, going to be going into the mid lane. Not going for the early poor man's shield. Electing to get the healing salve instead. That's a little bit interesting. Usually you see people do it the other way around. You get the poor man's shield and then get the early healing salve, right? A little bit weird. A little bit weird. We've got 2 Nurla on the Clockwork going into the off lane. Just basically what you would expect. We've got Alran on the Nyx Assassin roaming around. About 13 T on the Rubik. Going to be playing in the safe lane support. And then Scourge McDuck on the Lifestealer. Just about what you would expect. I mean, there's nothing crazy going on here, right? The weirdest thing on this lineup is the early item build from the Ember Spirit. We've got Mogor on the Shadow Shaman. Jack Bauer playing the Sand King. We have 49 on the Faceless Void. Snare on the TA. And Jonathan on the Earthshaker. Jonathan going into the offlane. Not going for any region so far. I'm sure he's got some coming on the courier in a second. We've got Snare just kind of sitting here. Are you guys okay over there?
We are wonderful over here.
Alright, I'm just making sure because, you know, I'm hearing all of these weird noises and I'm just wondering, like, you know, maybe something scary is happening. Maybe the ghost stories spooked you a little bit too much.
No, I mean, definitely hearing about Death Prophet was very scary, but the fact that they did not pick her was really just amazing.
Oh, you got yourself headphones now.
Well, actually is an understatement. I'm not sure how, but yes.
Oh. No, I it's okay, it's okay. That's not what I asked, but that's okay. As long as you got headphones, I'm happy.
30 seconds to show.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. That's good news, man. Now I can, like, properly talk to you. Isn't that nice? Because you were always, like, cutting out a little bit.
I feel closer to you now.
And that's good. I mean, I feel like, you know, like having a little bit of a weird closeness between two casters really makes the cast a lot more awkward, which is generally very amusing for Twitch chat. So.
Or Smashcast chat, as it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. By the way, do you know why they renamed themselves to Smashcast?
Yeah, I'm not really sure because I have no idea. I kind of like the name because you smash the little emojis and they fly across the screen.
I like the thing is, like, Smashcast is like the only place where you can stream Project M because you can't really stream it on Twitch. So I was thinking, like, maybe it's because, like, you know, they want to, like, really embrace that competitive Super Smash Brothers Project M scene, right? But then they said that's not it. So I don't know. Like, I have no idea. That was my original thinking. Anyway, Tia in the mid lane going up against that Ember Spirit. By the way, I don't know if you caught it, but I looked it up. Ember Spirit can burn through the refraction even at level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good news. Definitely something to keep in mind here.
I like it. I really like the Ember Spirit. It's also really good against Void later because you could bola him and he can't really get out. He can't.
It's a bit of a tricky situation, I feel. Like, it's really one of those things where, like, can the Faceless Void catch the Ember Spirit, right? If he does catch him, then it's pretty bad for Whiskey, right? He's gonna be caught, and Ember Spirit is not tanky. That is not his strong suit. At the same time, if he manages to avoid that, then Faceless Void can hardly do anything to him. Oh, nice bounces right there. Look at Whiskey just dropping low already. That's good stuff right there. That's exactly what we need to see. So how are we gonna, like, split this casting thing? Like, you guys should do the hype cast.
Oh, we're very hype. We're way too hype, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit too hype. So, like, right now, Ember Spirit in the middle lane, going out to the TA. TA putting on refraction. Oh my god, it's going backwards. They're chasing him down. There's no hope. TA gonna walk away, probably fine from this one. And here comes Sand King just to save.
Well, his name is Jack Bauer. He fixes things. So I'm just gonna be, like, chill and, like, be the like relaxed one, the analyst.
Oh, like good cop, bad cop, but like relaxed cop and cocaine.
Yes, exactly. The one that's just working far too much and is freaking out over everything at this point, and the other one that is just also working far too much, but has come to a point where it's simply just, you know what, I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna be here and do my job.
All right, still looking back at mid lane, man. This Ember Spirit, little clowned on. The TA is doing really good about just setting up the lane. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, it is a hard matchup. Like, it's really one of those things where Ember Spirit, he does have a tool to deal with a tool. The problem is if you use that, right? Like, if Ember Spirit uses his Flame Guard, then at the end of the day, Tia is still just punching him for massive damage, much more than he can do. So he still loses the matchup, right? Like, this matchup is not terrible for him, and he does have something nice, but he's still not favored by any means. So it's definitely going to be tricky. Up at the top, we do have that Faceless Void. Just kind of laning, you know, as you would expect.
He's
going up against
got pretty good last hits.
Yeah, I mean, not
nothing
amazing,
to take home.
Good enough,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's just, Clockwork is a little bit tricky to go up against. You know, sometimes he can simply deny last hits with the power cogs, just make it so you can't get him. And so he'll be a little bit behind the Lifestealer, who's actually going in on the Earthshaker right now.
Oh.
But it is not that hype of a kill. It's just a very simple, straightforward
Could be
one.
hype. It could be hype. Here comes the last hit. Straight down. Lifestealer taking it.
You know what? I believe in your ability to make everything hype. But that wasn't very hype.
Oh my god. Well, it wasn't a very hype kill bomb.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said it's not a very hype
gotta
kill.
work. Oh, okay.
You know, there just wasn't much to work with there. And
My feelings are hurt easily, okay?
Okay. I understand that. It must be difficult. A difficult situation, you guys. I'm still confused. So what is it that you guys got going on over there? You're like a casting house.
We're like a casting, like, kind of like sexual therapy, crystal heal. Oh, here we go. Onto the Sand King. Clockwork just running in. Easy kill. Sand King trying to get that bounty ruin way out, but couldn't quite reach it. Clockwork? Gonna probably
Yeah, he'll be fine.
get away from this one.
He'll be fine. If he gets really lucky, he even grabs the regeneration. Oh, Sand King is here. No,
Oh, smart move, though. Smart move.
Yeah. The deny. Yeah, that's what you gotta do there, right? You gotta know that there's absolutely a chance of just backup. It's very, very likely, in fact. So, making sure that doesn't happen. TA, pretty much dominating this mid lane. 30-7 to 19-3. Oh, it's 4 minutes in. That is pretty rough. And look at this. This is actually even more extreme than what I talked about earlier. Going for the meld first. Maxing out meld right away. Only 1 point into refraction.
Yeah, and I guess when refraction's so easily
Man, you're
save
still,
it for when you need it, when you have. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know why that is. You're just cutting out a lot. But yeah, like, refraction is dealt with very easily. So just saying, okay, well, he has no armor. Let's go ahead and just break through that and kill him. It's pretty nice. Although, actually, armor becomes less, like, minus armor becomes less effective once you put the enemy below 0.
Yeah, it's like, the further you go, the less effective.
Yeah, as long as you're above 0, like, every point of minus armor is equally effective, but below 0 becomes less effective. It diminishes. So, but, I mean, like, right now, it's not really that relevant. It's just an interesting little build right here. Personally, I think just going for the refraction will probably have been a little bit smarter. I never like it when people just go, like, for an item build that is only about the laning stage. Because then it's just like, okay, well, you can lane now, but what else are you going to be doing? But it's looking like Snare is simply saying, hey, I want to just farm anyway. I'm not really interested in anything else.
Yeah, I'd agree to that.
Yeah. Would like to see some ancient stacks from his team, but they are just roaming around. Actually, got an initiation at the bottom. Scourge. Actually, just going to be running away, though. He'll be fine. Quality name, by the way. Scourge McDuck. Oh, the shackles coming out on the Lifestealer. They are still so low, though. Oh, man. Can they do enough damage?
Wow.
Yes. Just barely. E for shock connects from the backlines. 140 damage from that. Just kind of crazy. 140 damage at level 1. Always like pointing that out, like how much damage that actually does.
That hero period just does so much early game. No levels.
Yeah, Shadow Shaman just straight up like can man fight basically everybody at level 1. It's really nice to have a support like that who doesn't need to be afraid of enemy heroes while they're roaming around. Whiskey, in the meantime, just continues like his mid lane. He's got his ultimate now, which is really nice. I would like to see him put down a Remnant already. Generally speaking, if you're playing Ember Spirit, you should always have a Remnant down. Right now, he's not going for kills, right? Like, right now, he's not going to be roaming. Oh, big cap right there. That's good news. He doesn't quite have what it takes to tank it. Oh, that's where he's going to use his Remnants. Bursts down the camp. And they will just go ahead and kill it. Nice, quick, and easy. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. This is like your moment to come in here and talk about something interesting. Oh,
Something interesting. Let's see here. Well, we got a Shackle middle.
Shackle going in on the Rubik.
Probably watching.
Oh, nice.
And throw him in the traps, but he's going to come right out, and Rubik is down. TA putting herself in a little bit of trouble here. Ooh, a stun will secure the kill.
Yeah, the Flame God actually managed to finish that one off. Ember jumps forward. He wants Shadow Shaman. Will be able to get it.
We have it.
The magic wand, restoring enough mana to cast those shackles really quick. And yeah, that's the thing, you know, that this is the plan with the Ember Spirit, and it worked out fine. Just making sure Refraction doesn't really have an impact on this game. But at least defensively speaking, right? And that's pretty nice here.
I really think lights out if they win this laning. I mean, the farm shows another story, but if they can at least just stay stable throughout this laning phase, I think they should have a pretty strong mid and late game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the big thing right here is like, it's really like how impactful is the Spaceless Void going to be? Because we kind of know how the mid lane, like so I feel like every game has like certain predictable patterns to it, right? For example, we know this mid lane is gonna be TA doing alright in terms of laning, doing badly in terms of getting ganked, and doing fine while farming because she can't just go ahead and kill some ancient camps. So there's like a very specific kind of like, you know, expectation we can put on a TA and see, okay, well, how well is she doing here? This Faceless Void is really a wild card to me. There's actually going to be ganked up here. The leap just barely gets him to safety. Right, but this Faceless Void is a wild card. And, like, how well is he doing? He's not actually getting that much farm. Only 50 last hits at 9 minutes. That's not really crazy good. And how well is he going to be able to proceed from here? Like, how well can he accelerate his farm? That is something we are gonna have to wait and see, because it's just not easily predictable, and that is something I'm really like looking forward to. Like Lifestealer, I think, is actually going in right here. He wants the Earthshaker, yeah. Rage, not ready. He could definitely have gone for the Rage right there to just toss that out really quick, but now the stuns are, they've just added up for a little bit too much in the meantime. Rubik ends up dropping up at the top. Lifestealer still trading some hits, but he's gonna settle for just scaring him away. Ooh, that was close. So what's the usual dynamic here? What are you used to? I can do whatever you want me to.
You know, I just love hearing your voice, to be honest. Every time you start talking, I'm just so entranced. But then you see something like this Chronosphere up top. Shadow Shaman is going to lay into him with this mighty... Get it? Oh, it's going to be close.
Oh.
The wand's up.
Yeah, that's Nyx right there. Difficult to kill. Shadow Shaman just barely escaping. And this is, I always love seeing this, because if somebody survives with like 40 HP after running away from a tower, I promise you, that is not an accident. Right? That is that player knowing exactly how many hits he can take and getting out at the last second.
Yeah, really impressive there, actually. Pretty hard kill to get, all things considered, though. Chronos, Shackles.
I mean, it's a
I
Nyx.
gotta be worried about how much it took.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't really say so. Like, the thing about Nyx is that hero isn't like really super tanky, but what he can do is he can just buy time, right? Like, he kind of has these tools that just say, it's going to take you this many seconds to kill me. And there's nothing really you can do to speed it up. And that's why sometimes it just takes a little while longer. Oh, they got the Burrow Strike right there. Gonna keep him busy. Nice leap, just getting through that. Matrix style, dodging those, that impale. Tower goes down as well. Yeah, that looked really fancy. It wasn't actually close at all, but it looked really fancy, so I can appreciate that. Rushing that early Vladimirs. And this is actually something I find questionable too. So, like, early Vladimirs is like pretty much standard on Faceless Void if you're going offlane, right? That's what you buy on a guy. But he's not offlane, he's a safe lane carry. Like, I feel like he should buy something to accelerate his farm. And that Vladimir's is just really not that crazy in terms of farming potential. Like, I would like to see...
All the Vladimir's does this is really amp up TA, who, I mean, yeah, it's decent as an aura item on her, and yeah, it gives the others armor, but you have no right-click on the Void at this time. The lifesteal and the damage amp, just an armor aura. That's all it is, really, at this point.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like the Diffusal Blade. I think that's a nice choice. But personally, maybe like you're playing a little bit of an unconventional pick here, right? So you maybe got to try something a little bit more unconventional. Try going for those lightnings, or actually, I'll be honest, what I would have liked to see is a Hand of Midas. Like that is the one item I want from him. They go ahead and get some kills at the bottom. Ember Spirit still leaping forward. He's gonna settle for just taking what he's gotten. Takes the Shadow Shaman and now retreats back out. Early Veil of Discord in him. So he's actually doing really well.
Yeah, I'm just really having a problem, and unless they just have some really fortunate team fights, I'm really having a problem seeing how Snakewingz goes forward with this. A lot of magic damage.
Yeah, it seems to me
Gonna
like
have easy tower push with the life.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you as often as I do. Please don't get the wrong impression there. It's just you cut out, and then I don't know when you finish your sentence.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it's doing that, so sorry about that.
I don't know. Let me try reconnecting to this Discord really quick. Maybe that fixes it.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty
There we
sight
go.
right now.
I don't know. But yeah, it's just having these brief breaks. Like, your voice quality is fine otherwise, so I don't imagine it's your internet. And it's just being a little bit weird.
Radiant's bottom tower seems
And it's
odd.
not my internet, because like I'm streaming, and it's stable, perfectly stable, so...
Radiant's gone and fortified their
Yeah.
structure.
Anyway, we got to push at the bottom. The Shadow Shaman ward's coming out. That's going to be a pretty quick tower kill. There's not much of a response here. It's just not worth it to fight into Shadow Shaman wards over tier 1. They do find a TA. Oh, man.
Ooh.
Snare.
That is very unfortunate.
He will be snared up, and down he goes. Get it?
Please explain that one for the viewers at home. I mean, I got it, but someone else might not have.
No. It's okay. We're going to leave it at that. So, we've got the Veil of Discord. We already mentioned that early. Working on his Boots of Travel.
You know the drill.
I think that's actually like... So, Emma's we're going for those 8% spell up as per usual. So it's just going to be like the typical standard magic Ember build. I've been experimenting myself a little bit with a physical Ember. I actually found it really interesting. It's not really like the greatest thing in the world, but it's just definitely something worth considering. Not right here. I don't even know why I'm going on about it. I just like physical Ember. It's a really fun build. Shadow Shaman gonna be caught out. There's not much he can do here. Like, it's just nothing. He's just dead. Every time. Like, he dies 100% of the time there. Scourge maxing out the Feast. Not a big fan of that, I'll be honest. I would have preferred to see the open wounds. I feel like the big problem he faces this game is all of the disable, right? There's a lot of stuns. There's a lot of disable. There's a lot of things that are going to keep him away from hitting people. His damage output isn't really going to be a problem. People aren't that tanky, right? The only one that is really going to be tanky is the Faceless Void and TA when she has a refraction. Now, actually, we got a big fight in the mid lane. Risky. Oh, he goes down immediately, bursts into nothingness. He comes back in though, the buyback, the Fire Remnant is down. He burns down Jack, now looking for Snare. Snare runs into Bard, up he goes. Do they have the cogs? Yep, they're looking for it. They push him into the tower to blink away. The refraction is still keeping the blink online. Snare now bursts down the Rubik. Just a quick pickoff, but the stun connects. Scourge coming in. They burn him, and down he goes. That's going to be a big turnaround from the Radiant side. Poor Ember Spirit having to buy back, but was probably alright. I'm not sure. I don't actually know. It was probably worth it, honestly. Probably worth it. Early buybacks aren't that expensive, and they did end up really saving and turning a fight around. It's your cue. You can sing or something. Just say something.
Oh, you want me to? Okay. Give me a subject to freestyle about then. Give me one of the heroes, maybe, or.
Oh, you're gonna rap?
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick little rap. Well, there's no
I'm
action.
very
you know, just
critical of rap. I'm gonna tell you this
Okay,
right
let's hear
now.
it then, fool. What do you got? Give me
No.
a subject.
Okay, a subject.
In-game.
In-game
Preferably,
subject.
You know.
Okay, how about Clockwork's roaming potential?
All right. Yo, check it out, mid lane. He's gonna murk, man, coming straight. Hook shot. It's the clockwork. It's Taylor Dick on the mic for sure. Nick's gonna miss that shit, but it doesn't really matter, cuz Faceless Void gonna dash away. Okay, here come the bowlers. Any fucking way, yo. We're gonna go chase him down the fucking lane. Never mind. That
You
shit
had
was
like
lame.
one rhyme in that.
You have one what?
You had like one rhyme in that entire thing.
Yo, bro. All right. Look, dude.
Like, I can't just shout a bunch of words really loudly and pretend it's a rap.
Probably. Well, no, you can because that's what I just did.
I guess at this point it would be redundant, right?
See, that's true.
So we don't really want to risk that. We don't want to risk boring our viewers, but we don't.
That was anything but boring. You
That's
know,
true.
some
No.
of the worst
I would
moves
never.
are most
No. I'm just saying, if I were to do it now, then it would be boring. The first time it was very
Maybe
exciting.
they're looking forward to it now, though. Now it's like, you know.
All right, like I don't know. Push 1 if you're looking forward to it now.
And push 8 if you think that that Patrick Stewart should have been recast in season 3 of Enterprise. I mean, the Next Generation.
You have some.
A lot of people believe that.
Really? I don't know. I never watched that show.
Oh, a lot of people thought as of season 3, it just really went downhill. I disagree, but you know what? I want to see what the viewers think.
Actually, I have like a little thing. Like I told a friend of mine recently, like they wanted to do Lord of the Rings marathon, like watch all of the Lord of the Rings movies in a row. And I sat through that, and it was very painful because holy shit, those movies are really fucking long.
Now,
And then
did you watch the extended edition?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, and it took forever. Like literally, like how long is it? I think it's like 11 hours or something like that.
It's like 11 or 13 or something crazy.
It's crazy.
But
But then
I had a girlfriend, and I tried to get her to watch it, and I was like, "Oh no, they're awesome!" And you know, she was kind of into fantasy lightly, and I was like, "No, yeah, it won't take that long." I downloaded the extended. Ooh, mistakes.
yes, absolutely. But then afterwards, that friend offered that we could watch all of Star Trek in like a big marathon, and I foolishly agreed because I had no idea how much Star Trek there is. So
Oh my
at some
goodness.
point in my life, I'm probably gonna end up watching 3 weeks straight of Star Trek. And
Now, is this just the original series, or are you talking about everything?
he said everything.
My God, man. Well, good luck. Hey, everybody, this has been
Yeah.
one of Baumi's last casts. We'll be losing him pretty soon for
Yes.
about 2 years of Star Trek watching. So
So
really appreciate everything he's done for it.
yeah, like that's just like a fate that I'm gonna have to deal with. Well, they get a kill right there. Take down the Shadow Shaman as well. Yeah, this is just not looking good. This is just like
This is.
it's just a draft.
Could they even
gone
get the
wrong.
TA here? Nah.
I mean, Snea's going back in for no reason. He's out of mana, out of health, out of refraction.
And out of his mind.
Oh, he's got a blink. He really wants this Nux for no reason. I don't know why he's going for this. Okay,
When
yes.
you're a baller, you just gotta go sometimes.
Well, actually, this Nux is alone, but now he's invisible. Do you have detection? You don't have detection. This fucking Sand does not have detection. Come on, Jack Bauer, you can do better than that.
Yeah. Oh.
No, that's just a creep. He was very
Okay.
enthusiastic about hugging those creeps.
And who isn't? Some of them are so cuddly. Those Wild Wings, dude. I would have a Wild Wing pet in an instant. Now the Hellbears, hell no. Their eyes, scary.
Wildlings. They're actually...
It's
actually,
called a Hellbear.
No. Wait, what did you call the birds again?
Wild Wings?
Oh,
Isn't that what
okay.
they're called?
Yeah, no, they
Yeah,
are
they
called
noticed it.
wild wings. I always thought they were called wildlings. So like,
Oh.
2 months ago,
Game
I
of
read them and they were called wild wings, and that really freaked me out. It's just like, have they always been called this?
Wow.
That's new. All right, Ember Spirit now going in right here. They get a bunch of kills. Double damage on the TA though. She does massive damage at the moment. Whiskey dropping low. Shackles on Alrun, and that will be a dead Nux assassin.
Oh.
Finished off by the
get the
huge
stun off.
power hit from the Shadow Shaman. Whiskey still on the retreat. Only used offensive
Is
remnants.
Clockwork going to be able to do it?
Oh, actually, maybe. I mean,
Awesome.
he does. He's level 14. Holy. Hey. What? How is this
baller.
Clockwork level 14? That is a baller. He's the second highest level in the game. Like, all of the 3 big cores are level 16. He's higher than
He's got to
First
be
Void.
injecting levels illegally into the game. There's no way.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You're fucking nutty, man. By the way, can I just point out how incredibly ineffective and completely useless this Faceless Void is?
Yeah, I think from the beginning, I mean, when they first picked it, I think you nailed it right on the head. Like, what the heck? And me too. I was like, why?
Did you
Why
see
exactly?
that
What is this
lead?
going to accomplish here?
Oh, man. That was very funny. I found that leap very funny. Yeah, he's working on his diffuser blade. I mean, like, look, the thing about this is what I don't like about Faceless Void, right? These days on the big, like on the carries, what you do is you get one small item, like an armlet, like an Echo Saber, like a Dragon Lance, and then you go for a big item, and then you are online, right? That's what Lifestealer does. You go for armlet into Desolator, you're online. That's what Sven does. You go for Echo Saber into, well, actually, usually Blink or BKB or something like that, and you are online. Faceless Void doesn't work like this. Faceless Void is one item step behind. Faceless Void needs the Diffuser Blade, he needs the Manta Star, and he already has the Vladimir's, which he also needs like another small item to even compete. Right, he is always one item step behind, which makes him weak.
Yeah.
Faceless Void
They would have
starts
to
the
win
game
several.
behind.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, and I just like want to like Faceless Void starts the game behind because he needs one more item than all of the other carries, which is why he's just not a good carry, and I don't like him played in that position.
I think I think depending on the lineup, it definitely could work if the Faceless Void is able to use his Chronosphere effectively, like not quite on cooldown, but just constantly pick fights in order to get that item ahead, in order to win fights. I could totally see it working, but this game has not happened.
But if you want to do that, why don't you pick him as an offlaner? That's what an offlaner does.
That's true, and you could make an argument that there would be reasons why you wouldn't, based on like laning situations, etc. But in this game, I don't see anything that would stop that from happening.
In very specific situations, yes, I can see it working. In most situations, it's just not good.
Like this one.
Right here. Like, it's just not working. He's just not doing anything. He's completely ineffective.
Right.
They go ahead and Burrow Strike. No, and the worst part is he's not even that poor, right? Like, he actually has a little bit of money, and it just doesn't matter. They go ahead and take down the Rubik. Poor guy. Couldn't really do much to defend himself here. They do have a defense coming in, though. Oh my god, he uses all of it. The trap! Oh my god!
Wow.
A huge outplay right here. Absolutely enormous. Scourge coming in, though. He wants to finish this. He gets 2 kills. The wards are still active. Still doing a lot of damage. Morgul on the retreat. Scourge still chasing him. A few right clicks are gonna do it. 1, 2, and down goes the Shadow Shaman. TA is still here. Throws out the big attack. Looking for the Lifestealer. Lifestealer does have the Plague Mail, though. Armlet is active as well. Shrine is ready. Turns around. Starts working on Snare. Invisibility used. And, well, actually, are you actually just gonna kill him? Do they have detection? No, they do not have detection. And Faceless Void is here. The Chrono almost used.
Ready.
Yeah, he almost used it, but then, decided to not. They toss him back. They lift him up. Blink forward, but actually the Rubik is already out. Look at this Void. He's coming in. He wants a kill. He just can't do it. He has, like, no impact on this entire fight.
This is your position 1 carry hitting a Nyx just over and over, and the Nyx doesn't care one bit.
Yeah,
he's just going to continue his chase unabated.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to care. Why would he need to care? It's not like it matters. It doesn't hurt him.
Okay, maybe you should start caring now. A little bit more care.
Alright, well, I mean, admittedly, the Nyx dived far too deep for no reason. He had no mana. Like, I don't know why he was still going.
The right clicks, man, on a TA.
Yeah, like, okay, look. I get that Faceless Void. What are you guys doing?
It's called a team. It's like a team building thing where you just form like a little hug circle, and
yeah, they need to
really. I mean, yeah, they're gonna go get Roche now. Easily,
yeah, they need to.
They love each other.
They need to join your guys like gay frat or whatever you got going on, and then just
well,
like
it's actually the number 1 gay frat in North America.
Is it? Wow. Do they
Yes.
Do they get ranked? I didn't know that. Oh, they go in right there. They get the nice hookshot. Lifestealer inside. Roshan dropping low.
Wow.
Oh,
Gonna use the Chrono, but there's Chrono's up still.
I don't know why Lifestealer isn't just going for the edges. Well, Snare goes ahead and gets Roshan. Gets the edges. Now the Clockwork will die as well. They get a bunch of kills here. Whiskey next to 9. He gets a root. Is he able to get away? Yep. The Remnant out should keep him safe. 49 now looking for something. If only he had a Blink Dagger, because he's on the off-late Faceless Void and buys also.
Set up the double stun in the back.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin definitely in a pretty decent spot to maybe sneak in a kill. He does get the stun on the Sand King. The invisibility definitely not the smartest choice right here. Jack Bauer, ooh, just barely going down. The mana burn now very impactful on the Nyx here. He tries to maybe turn it around a bit with a mana burn himself, but the bash at the exact right moment prevents that from happening. And in the end, this was actually a really good fight for Snakewingz. Snakewingz.
Yeah, and it almost could have gone the way of Lights Out. It really could have. There was a point at which that Chrono was up and the Faceless Void wasn't able to deliver or really do anything when those cogs were in there. But they disappeared just before the Chrono disappeared, and he was able to get in there start doing his business, finish off Roche, and get his team in there to grab the Aegis.
Well, Faceless Void is just gonna continue grinding up here. It's going BKB now, and like, oh man, look, the thing is, this Faceless Void will get a BKB, and then he will go into a fight, and he will cast his Chronosphere, and he will start attacking the Clockwork or the Nyx Assassin or, I don't know, Lifestealer, any of those, and he will do literally nothing to them. And then that's gonna run out his Chronosphere, and that's going to be the end of that fight. And I don't like that. Like, I feel like you gotta realize here that you gotta go for something a little bit more risky, right? You gotta go, get that Manta stat. Go hard. Go hard. Not only that, Manta stat is actually really good against most of their disable. It deals well with, with the shackles from the Ember Spirit. It deals with the slow from the nukes, not nukes, nakes. Same here. From the life.
It's good against cogs as well. I mean, against battery assault.
Yeah.
Creates more illusions.
Exactly. Like, it deals with a lot of stuff on the Radiant side, while still giving you the offensive power you really need here. While the BKB just protects you, but doesn't give you any offensive power, and will just leave you in a situation where you're not able to actually kill them. Because you gotta keep in mind, it's not that he has a BKB now. If he had a BKB now, they would be in a really good spot. But he's like literally the BKB away from the BKB. So, in that period of time, there will be a, what's it called? A Soul Cross on the Lifestealer. There will be another item on the Ember Spirit, probably Blink Dagger. I don't know, what does he go for at this point? Lightnings? I would like to see a Blink Dagger. It seems he wants Octarine. Okay, he's probably not going to have Octarine by that point, but he's on his way there. I don't know. I know I keep harping on about this Faceless Void, but you know.
I think that honestly that's going to be the story of the game, though. I mean, let's get proven wrong. Let's let Snakewingz show us, the casters, how dumb we are by making this work beautifully. But I think if they lose, that's what I'm going to be remembering, is that the Faceless Void was largely ineffective.
You know, up to this point he definitely has been, but luckily they do have that TA, and that is really their saving grace, right? And there's nothing else to say there other than this TA is keeping them in the game. Top net worth in the game, doubling the, like, after the Faceless Void, the Earthshaker is at 7,000. She's doubling that, right? She's level 22. Absolutely the most valuable player on their team, and really having a big impact here.
Having a huge impact, and this is just a, oh wow, good hook shot. That guy's murked. But TA, just really a symbol of female empowerment, you know? Really just, I mean, look at the other team. Wow. This misogynist Ember Spirit, Rubik, probably a man. Lifestealer, likely a guy. I mean, Nyx, I don't know. Probably genderless. Really the only female in the game right now, and top net worth. You know what, 2017, this one's for the girls.
Okay. Sure. Why not? Let's keep it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? No, sure, let's go ahead. Why not? Why not? I really feel like 2017 has been a big, strong year for feminism. First we had Wonder Woman, now we have TA winning a video game. So it's really on this, like, really, like...
Those two things are leading it up. People will look back in 20 years from now when men are relegated to the slave mines of Otanga, the new nation that will be created in 2 years, and when we're doing nothing but just working, toiling away 20 miles underground, and they'll say Wonder Woman and TA in Game 2 of Lights House versus Snakewingz. That changed the game right there.
You missed a chance to meme in your sponsor.
Oh, well, you can X-bet your ass on that. How about that?
Good. There we go. That's a bit better.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
I'm just trying to help. You know, like, as long as I don't need to do the promoting. Alright, we've got a jump forward. Shadow Shaman is dead. It's just a question of how much damage can he do before that. Scourge now trying to get a little bit of damage in on the TA. Invisibility will be detected right away. So TA is definitely dead. Goes down to the Lifestealer here. And Ember Spirit still trying to fight. And look at that. He's buying so much time for his team. So much time. Scourge finishes off the Faceless Void.
Was that an Aegis Experi noise right as she died?
There was definitely an Aegis expiring, yes. And I thought TA still had one.
That was on the TA. Just before she died. Like, literally as she died, the sound went off. That is
very
so unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, that happens.
I guess we won't go to the mines after all. I guess, you know. Whoops. Sorry, Wonder Woman. Couldn't hold our end of the bargain.
Well, we tried. Alright, we're gonna go in and kill this tower really quick. This is just a really, really good spot for the Radiant here. They have the huge pushing potential from both Desolator and an Assault Cuirass. Lifestealer's frontlining like it's nothing. The two main carries are dead. Earthshaker coming in from the sidelines. They get a nice hex, and I don't like that Scourge is going in so deep. That's something that's happened a lot in these games, and like he's gonna be punished for it. Same thing happened last game, where Antimage just kept diving in far past his entire team. And right here, I don't know why they're going for this. Why are you initiating like this? Just get the barracks. Ember Spirit now jumping forward. He gets 2 kills. He's gonna go ahead and kill Shadow Shaman, it seems. So, you know, they managed to turn it around in that regard, but they still can't push. The wards are there, and now the 2 main carries are back. And you lost your lifestealer. You still can't push here.
I completely agree. That last game, the anti-mage just, like, what, 5 times? Must have jumped, like, you know, 2 screens ahead of his team to try to go for something crazy.
Oh, wow! Holy shit, that was amazing!
That was pretty good.
That was incredible. Well, it's probably not gonna matter. Faceless Void goes down. Oh, I can't believe that he died again. I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is just getting so silly that he keeps dying to literally everything. Well, Rubik lifts up the TA. She is ready to jump forward. 1 big hit, another big hit, and the 3rd one to finish it. And just
Rubik's just gonna waste as much time as possible.
Yeah. So, TA again coming in, cleaning up, and being very, very powerful. I have no idea how the Faceless Void managed to die right there, but he did. So that's kind of unfortunate.
That's its own level of skill, really.
Yeah. I'm just being mean to the Faceless Void. I'm really sorry. I just disagree.
Okay, we've probably said about 10 different, more and more. We've just been wrecking on this Void. Let's say some compliments about him. What can we say about the Void and that player in specific?
I really like his
you know, what do we love? Aww. I love that he uses his BKB. The Lifestealer refused to use his Enrage in that last little bout and got stunned up and died. And the Faceless Void isn't afraid to use his magic immunity.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, his Chronosphere wasn't that bad. It was a really nice one. Like, it caught 2 heroes right at the very edge of it.
It was a great chrono.
Like,
that was 2/3 of a universe chrono right there.
It was a pretty good chrono. It wasn't like the most amazing one I've ever seen, but definitely pretty good. He just got outplayed by that Clockwork, making an actually just straight up incredible play.
Straight up.
Yeah, that was really cool. I have never seen that ever. Like, that was so cool. I love that.
You're telling me that's the first time that's ever been done in Dota?
Maybe not done, but the first time I've ever seen it. So it might as well be.
Might as well, yeah. If Baumi hasn't seen it, take this home with you, viewers. If Baumi hasn't seen it happen, it might as well have not happened. Okay?
Exactly.
So get off your high horse.
No, I'm the one in charge. I decide things. I'm the captain, remember?
Yes, Captain Baumi.
Exactly.
Hail.
Yeah. So, seeing as I am the captain, you know, I determine what happened. The winner writes the history books. And they go ahead and jump forward on a TA. Burst down so quickly. Oh no, the power cogs!
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, that's actually really bad. The big Sanking. The Chronosphere even coming out. And now they cleave through everybody. Earthshaker comes in. 4 kills.
My goodness, that was beautiful. That was so sexy, actually.
That was a big misplay. That started out with a huge misplay and turned into just a huge turnaround.
A disaster, yeah.
But there's a lot of skill in capitalizing on those mistakes. And they really did very, very well right there. Well, they go ahead and push now. And this is definitely their moment. Like, I mean, right now they can just go in and actually...
What's the buyback situation here?
There are some buybacks
next running
available. Like, Lifestealer can definitely come back into it, but... Oh man, he certainly doesn't want... He needs to come back. Like, this is just not going to happen without him. Yeah, and there he is.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have done it a little earlier even.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess they're pretty
definitely
deep now, but...
Oh no, he evades the open wounds. He wants Earthshaker to bash though. The value bash. Earthshaker will go down anyway. Good 4-staff right there. They burn the mana from the Faceless Void. Well done. Well done. And take him down.
Okay, so buyback's well worth it. Managed to save the... Oh! Play up here on the top lane.
Yeah,
Ember
Ember's
Spirit.
being really greedy.
Is he gonna... Wow, he's not gonna get punished for it. Or
Oh,
will he?
no, he will. He will.
Look, the outplay right here.
Oh, come on. What was that? Why did you go for a deny? What is wrong with you?
Sometimes, well, you know, that extra experience bounty is worth a lot, you know, and you can't
Actually,
downplay
by
the
denying right there, she gives him experience.
Well, that's another thing. If she had gotten the kill with that deny, and he had gone up a level with that experience, he would have come back in a longer amount of time with no buyback. Genius play. Just didn't work out.
Okay. That's the next level meta. It's just...
That's next level.
It's so next level. I imagine what actually happened is she like moved into the direction and accidentally clicked on a creep,
Right.
but come on. They're gonna go ahead and take down this tower now. Scourge, level 24. I'm sure he's actually looking for the level 25. The 15 armor will be really impactful here. Shadow Shaman goes up into the air. Sanking gets a nice ultimate. Gets quite a bit of spread damage, but not anything that will actually end the fight. They take down the Sanking. The barracks are still falling. TA now coming in. She's ready to fight. BKB is activated. Nice trap. Gonna keep her busy. Clockwork just kind of buying a little bit of time. Nyx Assassin in the meantime in the background. Goes in and gets one kill. Goes down afterwards. Jonathan. Oh my god. Whiskey jumped in too deep. He's gonna pay for it. He's dead.
Sayonara, whiskey.
I guess we drink on that, right?
Yep. I'll drink to that. I got a nice, let's see. What are we drinking here today? I've got a Austin East Ciders hopped cider. How do you like them apples? We're not sponsored by that, by the way. Don't go buy their shit.
No, I don't even know what that is. So that's alright.
What are you sponsored by?
Like
But you know what you should go buy right now is probably some gold bullion, because if you get some material assets set up, put it into xbet.com, you could have doubled your money right here, put everything on lights out. I'm not saying you should do it next game or whatever. I'm just saying you could have made cash.
But honestly, I
You
wouldn't.
idiot.
This is not a game
Not
I
you.
would bet on. Just because I just like. This is completely unpredictable what's gonna happen here. Like, this is ridiculous.
Unpredictable, but on xbet.com, you know for sure who's going to win.
Absolutely, and that is the casino. So on that note, I'm sorry. I shouldn't make snarky remarks about the sponsor, should I?
I love, I think they love it. I think they love a little bit of ribbing.
All right, that's good. That's good. I like a sense of humor in my sponsors. That is definitely a good thing. It's a shame so few have them, which is why I'm never sponsored by anybody. I wish I was joking. So anyway, Clockwork picking up and Aghanim's working on the Heaven's Halberd. Great choice. Very good. Don't like the Aghanim's that much. I think Aghanim's is an okay one. Heaven's Halberd, absolutely what he should be getting 100% of the time here.
Yeah, Heavens is great. I like the Aghanim's all right. I mean, he's been using the hook shot to pretty good success. He seems like he's really comfortable on the hero.
No.
If I mean, just
Really, like, the only reason why I don't like the Aghanim so much is because he could have gotten a Heaven's Halberd first. Right?
Yeah.
That's... Oh my god. The Faceless Void leaps into the pit, gets beaten up by Roshan. In the meantime, they lose the Ember Spirit anyway. Nyx Assassin goes down as well. Kind of a decent chrono, actually. Lines them up for the TA. They get quite a bit of damage in the return chrono.
counter chrono.
Lifestealer still trapped, though. And Faceless Void goes ahead and finishes up that kill. Now working on a Clockwork. Clockwork will go down. And Rubik is dead. Rest in pieces.
that is a team wipe.
That is a team wipe. With a buyback? Is that a buyback?
That's a buyback on the Ember.
And he doesn't do anything with it. That was just...
This is, yeah.
that is a really big swing. I mean, the Dire is now ahead. And this is again the thing, right? Like, where... This is what I mentioned earlier. Like Faceless Void needs an additional item. He now has that additional item. And if a Faceless Void actually comes online, he's very powerful. I love the Blink Dagger. I think it's a great choice. That's exactly what he needs here. Gotta make sure you get that big chrono. And, he's actually very impactful
And that's
now.
what's good. Yeah. Amazing. We were so wrong. Look, we can say it.
No. We weren't wrong. We weren't wrong. We said that he's not impactful early game, and then he takes a long time to get online. But the Radiant gave them that time, and now he's online, and now he's scary, right?
All right. Ooh, you're making up for. Okay, good.
I'm just making sure we aren't wrong
Safe
because
face.
we can't have that.
We're right. We're so right.
Always right. There's no such thing as wrong. There's only different truths. Alternative facts, I believe, is what they call these days.
Now, is this going to work? Are they just going to throw themselves at the Ancient?
Interesting choice. But they, I mean,
Clockwork's up.
Lifestealer's dead for quite a while. Nyx Assassin has to respawn forever. They are definitely doing a good job defending here, though. Ember Spirit now charging down the Shadow Shaman over
Ancient's
there.
at a third health.
Yeah, they're just going for it. They're just going for it. Actually, TA is not going for it. Well, she should be going for it. Just
Yeah,
hit
no,
the
it's
Ancient. Come
so
on.
over.
It's dead. Yeah, GG.
Congrats. Wow.
That is a
Snakewingz.
1-1, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a 1-1.
So
So
we'll be
we're
going on
into
to a game 3. And 3 is the sexiest number.
Is it? I always thought that
Yeah.
was a...
Ménage à trois, baby.
Okay. Well, if you say that all. I don't speak French. Speak German.
I don't
That's
either.
helpful.
I was in Germany. I was in Munich. I was on a train. A nice old German lady came up to me and was asking me something. I had no idea what she was talking about. And so I thought I was just going to say, I don't speak it, like very rudimentarily. And I said, Nein spielen. And she just looked at me like I was like some kind of gangster about to kill her.
That doesn't even mean
whoops.
anything, so...
It doesn't mean like I'm not playing or I don't play like very badly.
No,
like,
no.
No
just,
play or something.
Actually, I guess you're saying no playing, strictly.
No playing.
Kind of. But
yeah,
it's
it turns out she was
grammatically
asking me
wrong.
to get out of the way so she could exit the train, but, you know, no playing.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we're going to do game 3. Let me go ahead and grab some water really quick.
Okay, cool. Same here. I grabbed some Diet Bud Light.
Yes, because the diet really makes a difference there.
That guy. He seemed really nice. Freestyle Friday number 25. Loosen up. Thanks to the Black Keys and their song Tighten Up for that sample. Worked out pretty well as a rap song, don't you guys think? Huh? Are you guys on Twitter? Do you want to talk to me on Twitter? Anyway, July 16th. Everybody come out to the show tonight at the 8x10 in Federal Hill. It's going to be a blast. Blast from the past and the future. It's going to be a cool stick. Complex. And myself, E-Double, and my band, Young English. It's going to be our last show is Young English. So you guys are going to be crying by midnight or whenever. I think we're going to go on sometime around there. Anyway, Facebook.com/EWHipHop, Twitter.com/EWHipHop, Black Paisley. Thanks to everybody preemptively for coming out, and thanks to everybody for listening. You guys are great. See you. Oh man, Freestyle Friday number 3. Thanks, Regina. I appreciate you letting me use the sample. Back when DJs still could play what they wanted, us little tykes didn't care how hard you stunted. All we wanted was to hear that fresh shit blast. Hit pause on the tape deck if it was trash. Mixtapes were tapes, not playlists, and we made them in real time, so makeshift. Wait for the station and grab my tapes. Got my trigger finger ready for the top 888. Now how the fuck is this little guy pants still really high? Listening to Let Me Rob by Dr. Dre. Well, I'll tell you, I went and stole my sister's tapes, and they had the tip of sticker, so they cursed away. And Miss Gore and the Lord of Sucker, please listen up. Intentions were good, but man, you still fucked up. You can't touch an art form like ours, and you made the leader want to spit bars, go hard. Yeah, yeah. On the radio, we all wanna be. We all wanna be. We all wanna be. And I wanna be. We all wanna be. We all wanna be. And I wanna be. Yeah, we all wanna be. On that jam box, turn that jam up. That's me, motherfucker, so just put your hands up. Toast those jazzes, we are not average. We can make magic, we are young mavericks. We can watch Labyrinth, debate David Bowie, and talk about how the song in the movie is a poem. And this is poetry, and we roll with these punches in minutes and days until it's over. We won't stop until the last breath, and this music keeps us human till death. A 4-chord progression so deft that a tear slips out your eye and you're left breathless, relentless, unkempt, but you feel so free. Those words were unsaid. Yeah, emails were unsent, and for 3 good minutes you ditched that regret, cause you, yeah, yeah. On the, yeah, yeah. We all wanna be. We all wanna be. And I don't wanna be. We all wanna be. We all wanna be. And I don't wanna be. We all wanna be. Talk to him, Regina. Regina, please tell them what I can't. Tell them what I can't. But do not recant. Whatever that means. Oh man, it's fading out. Why is it doing that? Go to edouble.com. You seem nice. Freestyle Friday number 3. We're just getting started. It's 2010. I gotta go drink some bourbon. Have a good one. I'm gonna do an intro. I haven't done an intro in a while because Barker tells me that if I do, the blogs won't post me no more. But I don't believe him because I think you guys are smart and I appreciate you liking my music, and that's great. Thank you. And here we go. Missteps and mistakes, they've been a few. Regrets and retakes akin to you. Trying to dodge the thoughts that feel minuscule, even if it leaves you open to the ridicule. Pit bulls who ain't been.
Wait a second, which team is starting here?
Yeah.
Are you asking me?
Yeah. I thought I had it set to the correct starting team, but saying...
Well, first game had... Well, both games were Snakewingz style.
Right.
So... Boy, first pick. First game, first ban was the top one, which is... Top is Dire?
Yeah. Which would have been Snakewingz.
Yeah. Not sure about the second game, I don't remember that, but I do remember the first one. So I don't know. Guess best thing to do is ask them, I'm sure they remember.
Oh. and go. All right.
Are we good?
We don't have select team. Wait. Oh wait, they don't have a logo. I guess for lights out. All right. All right.
All right.
Here we are.
Game 3 between Lights Out and Snakewingz after 2 very unexpected wins in both games. So I have no idea how this third one is gonna go. If we're sticking to theme, Lights Out now bans Faces Void. They ban that Necrophos every single game. They seem to be afraid of that hero.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I believe I saw. I mean, not that I have a lot of history with them, but I seem to remember them picking it in the early KOD League games I was watching, with some success.
Venomancer being banned out again. So they still respect him from the first match.
What are we doing?
Bit surprising, but not too unreasonable. It's a very powerful hero.
10 seconds to go.
Man, it's getting very late for me.
5 seconds. Radiant's ban. Dyer's pick.
Sand King being banned out. I think that's actually a pretty smart choice here. That Sand King was pretty impactful. I mean, people in these games tend to play overly aggressive with their Sand Kings, but they are still, you know, I mean, we talked about that anti-mage ban before. Snakewingz is just going exactly what they did last game. Exact same bans.
Yeah.
I mean, they won, so I guess their mentality is probably, well, it worked once. Let's hope it works again. Night Talk are going to be the first pick for Lights Out, so they're really going to turn off the lights this time around.
Oh, shit.
Reserve time.
You guys here? What's up with you?
Absolutely here and with the gear and something else. Okay, so Shadowfiend Clockwork, just going to pick it straight off this time. Not going to chance that they're going to ban it out.
Yeah, I think that's probably... I mean, it's a very powerful combination. It is a little bit all in, and it does open up for quite a few counter picks. Like, Shadowfiend doesn't do well against... there are a lot of mid-heroes that Shadowfiend struggles against. He also doesn't do well against excessive amount of ganking. He can fall behind very easily, and then it is difficult for him to recover. So, it is always risky to get him this early, but I think if you're gonna get a Shadowfiend this early, you gotta do it with a Clockwork. So, we'll see how it works out. I'm always excited to see Shadowfiend. It's my favorite hero. I love Shadowfiend.
Ah. So maybe they're picking for the casters. Maybe they know.
Yeah, it seems horribly unlikely, but...
Horribly, but possible, you admit.
Yes, definitely possible. And by possible, I mean guaranteed.
Yeah, guaranteed. Because we're never wrong, as we stated. Yes. So Ember Spirit going to be banned out this time. I don't know if that was really necessary, but he was. I mean, he was. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I really care to ban that hero here.
I would rather ban the Ember Spirit than ban the Void.
Well, that's true. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's very surprising. But hey.
I like the Queen of
We
Pain.
were proven wrong once.
I think what
absolutely.
I think what
Radiant's pick.
wait, Snakewingz had the Snakewingz had the TA last game. So I think what Lights Out should get rid of is well, TA was already it's already really unlikely. But like it's actually just a really good pick against Shadowfiend. But yeah, I don't know. Queen of Pain, I like Queen of Pain. I think Queen of Pain is a good hero to get rid of, right? It's scary against Shadowfiend because she can just gank so easily. She's always ready. That's a problem.
Yep.
Right? Usually Shadowfiend can kind of like try to make sure, like kind of try to make up for the fact that he doesn't really have, any way to run away by simply positioning himself in such a way that ganking him is very difficult and you're going to be taking a lot of damage for it. Approaching him can be really difficult, but Queen of Pain just skips past it and just is right on top of him at any moment. So it's really difficult for him to actually like survive ganks against the Queen of Pain.
Very true.
Gonna be Rubik and Shadow Shaman next. Shadow Shaman has been very, very effective in the series in general. I think this is definitely a hero that they value highly correctly, right? Rubik coming out from Lights Out. I think that might be like a combination of just like a little bit of a counter pick, while also being just kind of saying, well, we don't have free bans, so we're just gonna
Spirit Breaker.
pick it instead.
Now, what do you think the Spirit Breaker is about here?
Well, it's the roaming support, clearly.
Sure. I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the Spirit Breaker probably, I mean, is there a Life Stealer potentially coming out here? I don't know.
Could be. The sort of thing about the Spirit Breaker that worries me a bit here is that they picked the Spirit Breaker before the enemy picked their mid. So, exactly, there it is. Right, like, so
There you go.
Lights Out can now go for a mid that just deals well with Spirit Breaker, and now this hero has hardly any impact. Like, how does the Spirit Breaker in combination with a Shadow Fiend, like, how do those two heroes gank a puck?
Yeah.
Like, they just can't, right? Like, that's just not gonna happen.
Puck is just so slippery here. I mean, you've got the Spirit Breaker, the Clockwork. I mean, you can just get out of all of this.
They really need that Shadow Shaman. I think it might be worth considering to make the Shadow Shaman be more the roaming support and have Spirit Breaker sit in lane with whatever they're gonna pick in a safe lane. Maybe. I don't know. I find this Spirit Breaker questionable too, right? Like, it's just I don't like picking Spirit Breaker before you have like I would the only way this is gonna be like a really solid pick, I think, is if they actually do get Lifesteal. In that case, I can see it.
Right.
Right. But with,
And that's if he doesn't get banned
yeah,
right
exactly.
here.
I would expect Lights Out to just ban Lifestealer. Right? Like,
Oh,
wait.
No, Snakewingz. Not going to care. They don't want to. Wow.
Well, okay, well, admittedly, Lights Out can also
the
make
fuck?
use of Lifestealer, and they had Lifestealer last game, and he was pretty effective. So,
That's true.
kind of makes a bit of sense, but also that is your strongest pick right now, and it's a little bit risky to like just get rid of him. Spirit Breaker can still work. They really need to gank with the Shadow Shaman though, right? Like, Spirit Breaker can be a good ganker anyway, as long as they also make use of that Shadow Shaman. So what I would like to see from Snakewingz is like a solo laner, or not a solo laner, a safe laner that can really hold his own.
Like a Life Stealer. Oh, wait.
A Juggernaut might still work, right?
Yeah, Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, I think, is actually a hero that these guys haven't gone for enough. Like, he seems to be completely passed by. First game, he would have been amazing. Second game, I feel like second game, the draft had different problems. But right here, Juggernaut, I think, would work really well for Snakewingz. Also gives them a frontliner, which they are lacking, right? And they do need somebody that can just go in and push towers, and Juggernaut would be able to do that. Sven being banned out from Lights Out. So heroes definitely in the pool. I think it's a very good pick here. Does well against basically everybody on Lights Out. Gonna be a little bit tricky against Nightstalker, you know. But really, you're just gonna make sure you get off the spin before you get silenced. In that case, Nightstalker can't do anything.
So would you say that you're, so far, without the last picks being revealed, you're favoring Lights Out's draft so far?
Currently, I find that their draft is a lot safer and a lot more open. So
Sure.
I feel like they can pick a hero that is more accurate to dealing with Snakewing's lineup and still be fine. While Snakewingz is really like shoehorning themselves into like a very specific situation where they only have a very few good options. So I do like Light Out's my lineup a lot more. It's just worrisome to have that puck. Now, I'm not saying that they are like super far ahead. And this is the reason why I love Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend can win and dominate and completely destroy the lane against anybody.
Ooh.
That is a good pick. I like that pick.
I love it. It's going to be very hard to deal with Chaos Knight like mid to late game. Like, in fact, with their current lineup, it's going to be almost impossible.
Yeah.
Let's see what they pick here.
They just don't have it. And no, it's not even just mid to late game. You're gonna Spirit
it'll
Breaker
be fine
gank a
early,
Chaos Knight?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's got far too much survivability for that. That guy is really tanky. Right? Like, you're not gonna get that. Shadow Fiend can't do anything against Chaos Knight later on either. And it's in this kind of game, Chaos Knight doesn't even need a lot. Like, give that guy some like an armlet, and he's good. Like, he's actually gonna be the strongest hero on the map
invincible.
immediately. That is
Okay.
beautiful. I love that.
Okay. Very good. That's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that pick is risky. That pick is very, very dangerous, and that pick can work. And I like that.
Yep.
It's gonna be the Timbersaw in the mid lane. They're gonna play the Shadow Fiend in the safe lane. And that is fantastic. They're not gonna risk it. And while Timbersaw cannot gank the puck, right? He doesn't need to. Shadow Fiend can't do it either, but he kind of needs to shut him down. Timbersaw can just sit in lane and like tank it. Now, alternatively, they could just lane regularly and just grind up the Timbersaw somewhere else. But this is an incredibly aggressive lineup that aims to win the game before that Chaos Knight even comes online. Timbersaw has the Q against 4 Strength Heroes, cutting through their health pool like it's nothing. And, yeah, now, there's a lot of disable and the silence may be a problem, but I don't think there was like a lot. They got outdrafted up to this point. So going for something crazy like this is really like, just like, that is your play. You go all in.
I think you just get
it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Why not? And you just get an early enough Lotus Orb, which Timbersaws are very wont to get. And it's pretty good this game otherwise, also to purge off that silence. And I think you're set.
Yeah, you get that Lotus Orb going on, get yourself a Bloodstone, Aghanims, and then how are you going to stop this Timbersaw? I know it's not the most conventional, like,
that's a little
safe lane carry or something like that. But, like, what are you going to do if it ever gets to that point? Gonna be interesting. I like these lineups. I find them very interesting. Yeah. All right, they're gonna go ahead and.
They only got one.
That
cog.
was really bad.
They were not. Oh my goodness. All right. Well.
Okay. What do you want to like? Okay. Of course we have no idea to know, but what do you think are the odds on that actually being lag? And they are just like rediscussing how to properly do the strat.
Oh no! Right now in their TeamSpeak, Discord, whatever, they're just yelling at each other. He's like, "Okay, I'm going," and he's like, "What? I wasn't even ready." It's like taking a sip of water, and he drops his water on the ground. Like, pause, damn it!
Yeah.
That's exactly what just happened. Yeah, 100%.
Like, there's no lag.
No way was it lag.
There's no lag.
Zero lag. The Spirit Breaker just randomly disconnected. It's him. Yeah, right. It's him that disconnected. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He wasn't even necessary for the strat, and he was hitting on a cog. I don't think so.
So there we go. They now know how to do it. I mean, look at all of those pings. No chance.
And he will go into chat and say G, denoting that he is a straight up G and he doesn't care about what just happened. So he's just letting everybody know it's chill, bro.
Okay, they're gonna reconfigure.
Round 2. Let's see.
Oh, I don't actually like doing this with Spirit Breaker too much. Slow base attack time slows it down a bit, makes it more difficult to get the third one. But they do get the third one, so that's good. The cycle of 3 is really the best you can get. So. Yeah, but missing the first one really sets them back, actually. That's a big deal. That's probably going to be just a 2. Oh, just barely. Close call. Alright, enough looking at Shadow Fiend, as much as I like the guy. Nice Stalker already roaming around. He got himself some early boots. Going to be played by Alrun here. We have Scourge McDuck on the Chaos Knight. Bart, Fruity T playing the Rubik. They're all roaming into this lane over here. And I like what they're doing. They know that this strategy is a thing, of course, right? And as a result, the Shadow Fiend and all of his support comes into the lane really late. Which means you can actually catch them off guard here. Which sometimes just results in like first blood on the Shadow Fiend. Making all of those souls completely worthless. Like, that just didn't happen now, and you gave them first blood. It's a really nice counterplay. Worst case scenario, you often just get the bounty rune, which is actually a pretty good worst case scenario, and they're gonna go ahead and grab it.
Yeah, that's fine. Take what you can get. The Shadow Fiend's gonna sit in base, get half his souls, whatever.
Yeah. There must be something very funny going on where you are.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I cannot believe that is being picked up. That is actually amazing. Might as well be a street block away, but you know what?
Is your house that big?
Oh, yeah. I mean, xbet.com paid for all of this. Thanks once again, xbet.com. You've been great supporters, and really, it's not like you did anything other than create the site at which we can make so much money off of these Dota games. Let's hear it for xbet.ag, not .com, my bizad.
All right. Well, we already got a little bit of initiation here in the mid lane. Risky is actually in a pretty bad spot, taking a lot of damage from this clockwork. Nice positioning with those power cogs, just kind of pushing him off. At the bottom, we have Snare going up against 2 Nirla. So really something I kind of have noticed over these few games is I feel like Snare is definitely one of the best players in this. Like, entire set. A set of games, right? Like, at really high level, usually you don't really see the skill differences, like, very clearly. Like, everybody's so good that they are all like peak, like near peak level of what Dota can be. But this is not at that skill level, which in my opinion does make it actually just as interesting. Like, I find these games quite fascinating. But nonetheless, I think Snare has really shown that he's one of the stronger players in this match. So I'm definitely keeping an eye out for him. Up at the top, we've got Scourge McDuck on that Chaos Knight, who's actually been really solid as well. I liked his performance so far. It's not been like super stand out. It's just been like all around really solid. He has never done any crazy mistakes. He's always just played really safe and I would describe it as correct. Like, he's just making the right choice. Is it working? Not necessarily, but it was the right choice.
They're gonna go. I don't think they're gonna be able to get this at all.
Oh no, he just walked back in. What is he doing?
What is he doing? Okay,
what a bait. What a bait.
Be okay. No mana.
Oh my god, Whiskey's gonna die. They got the puck. They got the puck.
What a bait.
That should not have worked. I'm pretty sure that was actually luck. No, that
was
so luck.
Calculated.
That was within damage variation.
Wow.
No, that was, he had like what, 10 HP, 15? Puck has a damage variation of 9, and Nightstalker has a damage variation of 4. That was within damage variation. There was a chance that he just dies right there.
And there might have been RNG manipulation going on here.
You can't RNG manipulate that, but sure.
Well, you could, I mean, just subtle movements, you know, chi, you know, all that kind of stuff plays in here.
You know, you gotta just
100%.
like walk backwards up a wall for 24 hours and build up speed, and then like
Boom.
tip into a different dimension.
Before you know it, Streets 112.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure those were two separate references, and neither of us understood the other.
Yeah, the other one, yeah. And I love it. I love that about us. How quirky. We're like Zoe Deschanel. Just way too quirky.
Alright, that's great. So, up at the top lane, of course. Spurtbreaker is actually just offlaning. He's not roaming around. It's the Clockwork roaming around. I actually think that's a pretty smart choice. Spurtbreaker, usually if he's ganking, he really needs to actually get his ganks going, else he just falls behind so much he's useless. By putting him in the offlane, you're saying, okay, we're going to give him some levels, that way he remains useful, and the Clockwork is just going to be the position 4, who needs less money to be effective, and can also actually get a first blood on a puck, apparently. Now we've got a bit of a jump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Spurtbreaker going to be thrown up, back into the crowd right here, but the hero has literally 1 billion HP. Spurtbreaker has the highest base... like, what is it called? Effective HP at level 1. Yeah. Like, it's Spurtbreaker and then Ogre Magi. So, very difficult to kill him in a situation like this.
Yeah, and with Spiritbreaker, all you need really is, like, you know, a few levels, and then you can start ganking, and it's very easy to rotate somebody else up there, like the Clockwork or whoever else, you know, needs a few levels to catch up to go take some top lane farm once they start pushing in.
Oh, we got him charging into the mid lane.
Yeah. Not going to finish that one, obviously, but...
Come on, man. You don't cancel chargers. Who does that?
Honestly, and I mean, why would you do that? Yeah.
No.
It's the lame way to go.
Yeah, no. You
now,
click Q, you commit it.
This guy is EG Jonathan. Do you think that this is the fabled 6th member of EG that was horribly disfigured just before the formation of Sad Boys, was relegated to their basement and trained in the art of Dota for 5 years in hiding?
I didn't know that was a rumor or something, but... it does sound true.
Yeah.
So, probably. Good chance. Gonna give that like an 80%.
Yeah.
Although, admittedly, if he was trained for that long, maybe he, you know, shouldn't be playing in games like this.
Well, you know, maybe he's playing with a blindfold on right now or something. Maybe he's just, you know, testing himself. I can't speak for him.
They're training him so he can play with both his feet and with his hands, so he can actually be 2 members of EG at the same time.
Holy shit. Baumi with the real rumor monging right here.
I mean, like, you gotta go hard, right? Like, if you're gonna create a superhuman Dota player, you gotta better make sure that he takes over, like, 2/5 of the team.
Like my grandma always told me, go hard or go homeless. And I am always hard because of that.
Also, only rarely homeless.
Rarely. I mean, now that XBet.com hooked us up with this sweet beachfront condo. Oh, going on the puck, he's gonna get it, Us. Wow.
I'm still a little confused by the situation you guys got going on over there, but I'm sure I'll never figure it out, and that's just perfectly okay with me.
It's one of those mysteries of the world, you know? It's one of those things too beautiful to really know, you know? It's like you find your perfect soulmate, and it just doesn't work out, and you're like, what went wrong with her? And it's like, man, it's too beautiful.
I don't think that... I feel like you're missing the definition of soulmate there, but sure.
Yeah, well...
Seems like a little bit of soul and bad experiences there.
Okay, we're getting real here. Okay, maybe it's true.
That's okay, man. That's okay. That's life, you know? Not everything works out great.
Yeah, I kind of like not everything's working out great for this puck, as the Shadow Fiend is 46 and 37.
That's Shadow Fiend for you. That's what I mentioned earlier, right? Where it's just like, yes, Shadow Fiend is easily gankable. He's very susceptible. He has a lot of weaknesses. His strong suit is that at any given day, in any given game, he can completely and utterly obliterate whoever he's going up against. Which he's doing right here.
Yeah, completely obliterating.
I mean, he died right there, and this is exactly the weakness, right? If he gets caught, he's just dead. And there's nothing he can do. But 46 to 37, admittedly, about 10 of those aren't actually the nice. They are power cocks.
That's right.
But 36 to 27 is still really good. Like, that is still
Looks
super
like
strong.
Clockwork's just gonna get cream pied in the top lane. Spiritbreaker gonna charge away valiantly away.
Got the orb out. Risky will be fine. Just gonna go back.
Almost
home.
getting a potential lucky bash. Could have stopped him from getting that
Oh,
orb off, 'cause
no,
he did get
oh.
he did get the right click in. Oh.
Yeah, that was
No.
quite possibly the worst positioning that he could have done. It's very unfortunate. Oh well. Yeah, the poor puck right there. I mean, he was trying. It just didn't really work. So, Shadow Fiend items are going to be really interesting here. It's a difficult, like... Chaos Knight is a really difficult matchup for the hero. Oh, also look at Snare. He's just not giving a shit. He's down here, he's relaxing.
And why should he? I mean, this is his lane to completely dot. He almost has as many last hits as the Shadow Fiend. He's just clowning up in the T2. I mean,
Yeah.
he can do whatever he wants. Level 4 reactive armor.
He's
Why?
not killable right now. Like, they just
Yeah,
can't
no one.
do it.
What damage do they even have to get past that armor right now? At this point, they do not have a spell damage. They don't have enough physical damage. He's just invincible.
So they go ahead, get some creeps on him as well. Nice ancient stack, not ancient stack, hard camp stack right there. Always like seeing that, you know, just stacking up a lot. I really think that's like the mark of like a really good team. Like a really strong team will always find time to actually like stack those ancients and stack those camps. Because that's just like free money, right? It's free money and you should take it. Jonathan going in up top.
Player, that's something I never do. Oh.
Oh, you guys aren't even good over there.
No, we're godlike, but
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's a
we hold
relief.
ourselves back, just like EG Jonathan.
Oh. Well, he's playing with
It's
his
showing
feet.
how much he's holding
Are you
himself
casting
back
with
by,
your feet?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I mean, well, yes.
That's good. I mean, we all need a little bit of a challenge in our life, right?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, man, I don't cast with my appendages. I cast with my heart. So, I mean, that's how I let it all come through. You know, that's why I let that raw emotion, that sadness, every game. You know, I weep every game because this is just so beautiful.
Yeah, it's true. You did talk about, like, in both games that we did we cast with each other. You did talk about ex-girlfriends. So, you know, maybe
See?
I can really feel like there's a little bit of sadness and a lot of heart in there.
Yeah.
And
not a lot of casters really bring that out. You know, it's all about the game, you know, the important thing, what the viewers want to see. But me, I'm all about, you know, I've got problems too, okay, folks? I'm not gonna mince words, you know?
I mean, who doesn't? Well, actually, on that note, somebody that doesn't
Probably
have a
Shia
lot of
LaBeouf.
problems right now is the Shadow Fiend. Actually, no, the Shia LaBeouf does have quite a few problems. Like,
Yeah, but he just doesn't care. They're not problems to him. That's just opportunities. Stack more insane. So
you know what? I feel like that
Lord's gonna
man
be
is
dropping
living
it.
life to its fullest, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. He came by the house the other day, and he came by and knocked on our door, and everybody was asleep. It was 4 a.m., and he asked for a fruit roll-up. When I was so sleepy, I didn't even reckon. I was like, Shia? He's like, do you have any fruit roll-ups? And I was like, do those still exist? And then he just punches me in the gut and leaves. And then I find a note on my doorstep with a little kiss mark on it, lipstick.
Just
Says
be
Shia.
happy he
I'm like,
didn't
okay.
eat you. But that's probably gonna happen. So.
Oh, he's tried before. Don't get me wrong.
You're the one who's the song who has had the song written about him.
Yes,
Yes. Good. Well, that's good to know.
I wrote that song.
Did you?
Yes, in a bathtub. But I don't. You didn't need to know that part, I guess. I just, like to include that information.
Well, we do have a game going on, but I do really think that we're discussing more important things here. Poor Shadowfiend goes down.
Yeah.
It always makes me sad to see Shadowfiend die.
Yeah, the big explosion, like all little pieces of him just flying everywhere. All the souls.
I am a little surprised by Chaos Knight's skill build.
Oh wow, he went full Chaos Strike.
That's full right click. That is weird.
It's very weird, and he doesn't even have the armlet yet. Like, you're not going to be able to really make use of that without any damage items, right? I mean, how does it scale? You get more critical damage? That's it, right? Yeah, that's all it does. That seems very suspect.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if we did the math on this, the Chaos Bolt would be better every single time.
I'm almost 100% certain that you're right.
Yeah. That is weird.
Huh.
Okay, I want to do the math on it now. So let's say he does 100 damage. 100 damage. He has a 12% chance for... Go ahead and talk about something funny.
Damage, right?
Talk about something funny. This is going to take a little...
Alright, cool. Alright, something funny, huh? Well, let's see here. Man, I'm really put in the spot here. Something funny is Rubik's lifespan, but... Let's see here. I got a good joke. Had something to do with bananas or something.
You're really bad at
and
this.
a certain number of bananas. Hang on, it's coming. And the bananas were phallic, I think, and that was the joke. Is there's like penises involved. And on the top lane, Scourge McDuck gonna be taken down by the Timbersaw. Snare just showing the blade to the face of the Chaos Knight.
So currently, this max level Chaos Strike adds 21 damage on each attack. Wow.
That's it. Oh, okay. With the percentage-wise, yeah.
Yeah, percentage-wise. And if we look at the lowest level Chaos Strike, that would be 3 damage per attack. So
It's only 3 damage.
Well, it's only got a 12% chance for 125% crit. It's really not very good. Alright, so it only adds 3 damage per attack. Which means, assuming he has 100 attack damage, which means that the Chaos Bolt, which always at max level has a chance of 150 damage, upwards to 275, and then we don't even calculate into the stun. So on average, this does about 212 damage, which would be about 10 attacks from the Chaos Knight. Now, can the Chaos Knight get 10 attacks in before
Chaos Bolt is off cooldown?
Yes. That's what we need from him.
And not to mention the 4-second stun.
Yeah, and that is disregarding the stun. Then this would be equally good as the Chaos Bolt.
Wait, are we hating on the exact same person? Oh, no.
Oh, Rip Scorch.
Yep.
They're charging in super deep again. These guys have no respect. Although I think this is actually exactly what they need to do here.
But they need to have more respect. Dota is about respect, and at some point you need to just get back.
No. Dota is about...
It's 15 minutes of farm, dude.
No,
Let me farm for 15 minutes. Both teams agree. Just tech.
Yeah, it's actually true. That's how we played it in Warcraft 3, you know? No push before 15.
That's so pathetic, dude.
I didn't care. I played Broodmother and went mid and pushed barracks at like 12 minutes because after I killed the tier 1 tower, people just left and never came back. That was the entire strategy. It was great, and then I bought like 6 Yashas.
Yeah, that was kind of the game plan. My item was butterfly, definitely. Just buy as many butterflies as you can fit in your inventory. Rush it as your first item.
Everybody did that.
Like early. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody did that. Everybody had one item that they bought multitudes of. Because it's just, that's my item, man. That's what I go for. Friend of mine had
See if anybody's going for
Perseverance
this
as an
strat. Oh, Perseverance. That one's... Ugh.
It was actually really nice to have because you could fully share Perseverance. So you would just go around giving everybody Perseverances to heal up.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a walking fountain. It was terrible, but really amusing.
I mean, by not bad, I mean that's god awful. But, you know, it's funny to talk about in retrospect.
So, but yeah, I actually really like what the Radiant is doing here. I think this is actually the right play. Their team does not go into the late game. Like, they will lose late. That's just going to happen. Simply because Shadow Fiend is not able to deal with Chaos Knight. The rest of the team is also not able to deal with Chaos Knight. So once Chaos Knight comes online, they lose. What they need to do before that is they need to end the game, which is exactly what they are doing by diving that deep. You may have noticed that they have already pushed 2 tier 2 towers. There's only one of them left on the map. Nice hookshot right there. Good power cogs, but he's actually just putting himself into a really bad spot. Snare coming in though. He managed to kill the Rubik.
Snare can get in there, and I think he can chase quite okay.
They're pretty fast. It's the Knight.
Night Stalker's burning his... Oh?
Yeah, but he doesn't really have any reliable slow here. It's just not enough. But...
he's going to chase him anyway.
Well, he's definitely looking for it, yeah. Flying up into the air. He does connect, but...
not going to be anything.
It's just not even close, right? But that's the thing, like, they don't even have to do this. They're actually just, like, they have this Timbersaw as this incredibly tanky frontliner right now. He has the Bloodstone, he has the Hood of Defiance. He's just unkillable. Like, they just can't do it. Which means they can't just simply have the Timbersaw walk in, have the Shadow Fiend sit in the back and right-click. And that's the beautiful thing about this hero. He just does so much damage no matter what you buy. Right? Like, he's currently hitting for 200. So, you simply continue like that. You let the Shadow Fiend click on things. You have the Timbersaw tank everything. And you end the game quick. They are now ahead by 9,000. They're doing Roshan. They're using the early advantage to snowball into a victory as soon as possible.
And he's got a BKB just about. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very early BKB on the Shadow Fiend. And what are they going to do to that? They have no right click currently.
But what they're going to do with that BKB is they're going to fight.
Oh, I'm talking about what is Lights Out going to do about that?
Oh, yeah.
Once he pops BKB and has an Aegis, what in the world are you going to do as Lights Out?
Oh, nothing. Like, the dire side does not have a play against that. Right? They die. They lose. That's what you do against that. You lose the game.
Wait, we gotta hurry up and think of a caveat, because when we're wrong, we want to be able to go back and say, hey, remember what we said, though?
Of course,
won't lose if...
So the thing is that there are quite a few things that can happen here that will make this a lot more winnable, right? And this is the thing. Right now, I'm just saying that the Radiant side needs to end at this moment. They need to think about pushing, about actually ending the game. Because if this goes too long, they'll lose. Once the Chaos Knight is online, they just don't have the tools to deal with him. And the nice thing about the Chaos Knight, it doesn't take very long for him to come online. And I like what Scourge is going for as well. He's going for early items. He's not going for items that will take forever for him to actually become powerful with. He's going Armlet into Echo Saber. I imagine afterwards you're going to see a BKB. And that's exactly the kind of stuff you need here. You need that early presence to finish the, to fight off that aggression from the Radiant side, prevent them from actually being able to push into your base, prevent them from actually being able to end early, and then late game you got it covered anyway because you are a goddamn Chaos Knight going up against a Shadow Fiend as the only right-click carry. Did I lose you again?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading my copy of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition, but I totally agree with what you said.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're reading that.
I'm kind of just, reading is putting it very, very generously. Yeah, no, I agree. Chaos Knight, give him enough space in this matchup, and it is pretty much over. I'm hoping that Snakewingz has the ability and obviously mind to see that never happen.
No.
Rubik gonna be able to get away from this? No way. Zero
nice
way.
stun.
Okay.
It's only level 1 though. So.
He'll grab the chain and get out of there.
It's only a level 1 stun. Oh, they trapped the Timbersaw, but not necessarily the best target for it.
Wait, we still have level 1 stun on the CK?
Yeah, he's level 12.
He
hasn't had a chance to level it up.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you gotta get that ultimate, and your Talon is probably a good idea too, so... They're just pushing the tower, and you can see the aggression here, right? It's exactly what I talked about. They want to finish right now. They take down the
passive
Rubik.
Does do. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, the big dunk,
Great
the triple!
Echo.
Shadow Fiend activates the BKB, starts blasting everybody, takes down the Earthshaker right away. We've got Puck sitting in the middle here. Well, actually, no, wait a second. He left somewhere else. A slippery little thing. But they lose the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight is down. He does have buyback, but they're still being pushed in. Shadow Fiend comes back.
Nothing you can do to this Timbersaw.
No, he's just look at what he's doing. He's just
Look at
diving.
him, T4 diver.
Yeah. And this has
Oh,
been
he-
a common pattern in this like series that players are just diving into deep and dying for it.
Oh, he'll pay for it.
Yeah, of course he will. I mean, but it
Surprised-
just
I
goes
mean,
to show how confident he is. Invisibility used. Don't
Dominance
walk
is
back
key.
into the sentry.
Ooh.
Oh my god,
Three-man
Timbersaul's
stun.
back.
Oh my goodness.
He's back.
That's gotta be it.
Guess who's back? Now, this is your time to rap, actually. Or, I guess, like, shout a bunch of words into the microphone, pretend that it's in a rhythmic pace, while also kind of hoping that there's a rhyme in there somehow.
I usually don't hope for a rhyme. I just, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. I don't care.
That's what hoping is.
No, I don't care. Hoping implies that I even gave a damn if there was a rhyme.
Oh, you're too G to actually give a damn about there being a rhyme in
2G.
your
I'm so
rap.
G that I'm H, baby.
Alright.
Take that joke back to your daddy. All right. Speaking of daddies, Timbersaw.
Yeah, he's
Cannot be
very
killed.
much
Gonna be chased by
daddying this
Creepy.
game.
He's so daddying. This is hype daddy. This is the greatest daddying I've seen in Dota since the great daddying of 2012.
Range Barracks did actually die, by the way. So that's good news.
As my friend Ministry of Pain would say, Congo Radis to the Radiant side for that one. Will they be able to take down this Timber?
What's his name again?
Ministry of Pain?
Where do I know that name from? Is he a Smash player?
No, but he has a very, very famous... he's the leader of the Mobius Boys technical team. He's interviewed many famous, mainly like esports players, some like hotshot.gg, you can check it out, YouTube. He's probably the cutest looking boy on the in the South, pretty much.
You guys
So,
are
I
incredibly
think that's why
gay
you might
over
know.
there. It's impressive.
Well, I think at our level, you stop saying like incredibly and very and things like that. And it's just like it is. It's like pure form,
Incarnate.
It's hard to describe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly,
No, I understand.
Exactly.
I understand. That makes perfect sense, actually. Just like description doesn't really like matter. It's just
Right.
we have reached the
It
maximum.
just is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though. It's understandable. Perfectly understandable. Should have been working towards the level 20. It's always a really big mark for the hero.
What's his next item gonna be? He hasn't queued anything up, but I'm
Probably
curious how he
like
plans to.
either Desolator or Dragonlance, I would have to guess.
I
Right.
believe it was Snakewingz. When he would get ahead before earlier in this league, I think twice I saw him go Butterfly as his like third item, just straight into Butterfly. I don't know
Okay,
if
well,
that'd
that's
be any-
really bad.
That's really bad, but you know what? I really respect it as a former Butterfly spammer.
Good point, good point. You did spam that butterfly, so...
Yeah.
Hmm.
Once again, really just working towards the caster's whims. Oh, and he will choose to actually just go for the lame choice and get a Hurricane Pike.
Yeah, well, the Dragonlance, so...
Right.
I actually think Hurricane Pike is a very overrated item.
You really think so?
Yeah. Dragonlance
I
is
think it
super
does.
strong, and what I like about Dragonlance is that later on in... What is this fucking... Look at his spur break.
Dude, he's so fast. He's running interference.
He's protecting it. He's just like, no, stop hitting it.
It's like a wild dog.
No, like I feel like Hurricane Pike is one of those items where it's just like, it's nice and strong, don't get me wrong. But Dragonlance is really the meat of the thing, and oftentimes I would like people to like get Dragonlance, a bit like another item, like right-click items of sorts, and then the Hurricane Pike. But people go go Hurricane Pike straight, and then they end up not dealing damage, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Uh-oh, looks like they are gonna know all. Wow. Lots of BM. Oh, whoa, there's the GG. Oh my god.
Okay, well that is actually kind of rude.
That's the end of the game. GG, congrats everybody. Thanks everybody at xbet.com. You really screwed up this bet, huh, boys?
Well, I don't. This is. I don't know. I don't really like seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd be okay if it was a little more funny. I think they really didn't put a lot of effort into it.
No,
Seems
it's not
very,
even just that.
you know-
I wouldn't be okay with it if it was a little bit more, I guess, like back and forth. But this is just like a team that's winning, bullying a team that is
Yeah,
losing.
that's true as well. Very
Right, like
true.
they are, the dire side is not happy right now. Right, they are just like, shit, we're gonna lose this. We're gonna lose the best of 3. And then you have somebody like that, like talking shit in chat. There's a reason why we have these kind of rules, and you know that right there is one of them. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and have Whiskey going. Oh, nice. Double stun connects. Earthshaker with the big dunk. He gets 3 of them.
Yeah, go.
Well,
Do you
Shadow
think
Shaman already going
they were
down?
so mad about that BM? It empowered them.
Probably not. That was probably just a very lucky opportunity that they used really well.
It's some Naruto level shit, dude.
Oh no, please don't start. There's like a custom
pronounce
game
it
called
like
Naruto Databayo, and I played it, and it is like the worst game I've ever played, and I love it, and I still hate myself for it. And it's like, why is this a thing? So, I don't know if you
You
play
gotta learn to
custom
accept
games.
yourself.
Do you play custom games at all?
Not as many. I mean, back in the day, yeah. Back in the day, Warcraft 3 custom games.
No,
obviously
right
Dota.
now there's lots of good Dota
Now-
custom games. You should play my custom game.
Yeah. What? Okay, what is it? Oh yeah, no, you. Which one did you do?
Open Asia Arena. That's mine.
That's right.
And Pin My Peon.
Actually,
I don't know.
oh, you did Pit My Peon?
Yeah, I did Pin My Peon. It's my game.
The one on Dota 2? Oh
Yeah,
shit.
that's mine. I did that. And OAA is my current one. You should play some. You're really good.
All right, I'll check it out.
No, I'm not even trying to like promote it. I just really like
No,
the
you
game.
are
I'm very
promoting,
proud of
and
it.
it's working.
I'm just really proud of it. Like, it's not trying to be like sellout or shit. Like, I just really am proud of the game, and I would like for you to play some because I always want people to play it. All right, our Timbersaw is dying though. He's actually
I
not
don't
dying.
think he'll
He's
die anytime soon.
unkillable. That's what he is.
He's just squirreling around.
Hmm.
Yeah, a little squirrel boy. It'll
It is-
cost them the Shadow Fiend to squirrel around though, and they didn't really get anything else out of that.
Have you? Let me give you a pitch for my custom game, okay?
Okay, okay.
To get you
Let's
to
hear
play it. So, have you ever felt like you wanted to pick literally any hero in the entirety of Dota and be able to level them up to obscurity, have insanely powerful abilities and items, and everybody still be balanced?
I wake up every morning with that exact thought, and I start to claw at my eyes that it doesn't exist. And now you're
It does
telling me
exist. I have made that game. Do you want to also like fight a shitload of bosses in the meantime and grind a whole bunch? Because I really like farming, so I put a lot of farming into my mod.
I love farming. That's all I want to do with my life. I started an
so-
orchard.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
God.
I already got you on my side. Here we go.
Holy shit.
It's actually really fun.
Folks, get out there and play this custom game. I swear to God. I mean, keep watching the KOD League. Stay tuned for the next games, whatever. But when you get done, chug a few Red Bulls. Jump onto Dota.
No, I don't.
custom game.
Like, honestly, I don't even care if like anybody watching this is playing it. I would just be happy to get you to play it because I like.
You know, I'm seriously gonna play it.
That's
seriously
good. I'm
100%
happy about that. I'm
swear to
very
you.
happy about
It'll
that.
happen.
It is. I'm very proud of the mode. I'm very proud.
Do you have any developer secrets you're willing to share to really just boost my gameplay?
What do you mean with developer secrets?
I want some dark, some shit. Like there's some thing that you haven't been able to figure out where the coding's gone wrong, and it helps me just
Did you know
accelerate
that
far beyond everyone else.
Rubik's Ultimate is literally black magic. Like,
okay, how do you?
the thing is that no custom game creator has yet have been able to figure out, like, so the way custom games are often created is by taking like an ability, and if you want to modify it, you just rewrite the entire ability from scratch, and then you modify it in your newly written ability, because that's just the easiest way of doing it, right? The reason why in no custom game ever Rubik's Ultimate is modified is because nobody has been able to figure out how this thing is written.
Wow.
It's just black magic. People look at it and it's just like, how does this work? Nobody
That's
is willing to
actually
even
pretty
touch it.
GG Valve or Ice Frog or whoever
Yeah.
touched that shit originally.
Not
in
even
Dota 2.
like I have like for my game, right? It's an open source project. I've got lots of people working on it, right? Not even my like professional level developers, people that are literally being paid to like make big ass project for like big ass companies, are willing to touch Rubik Ultimate because they're just like, this is black magic. You just can't do it. Anyway, we got a big fight. Nightstalker already going down. Got Rubik going up into the air. And he's dead. This is a very good
Yes, I've
opportunity
had to
to
pop
push.
BKB to get away from that one too.
Yeah.
That's problematic for this fight here.
We saw the Hurricane Pike on the Shadow Fiend here. Whiskey going in. Yeah, he gets a little bit of damage done, but he may actually regret this. Yep, gets stunned up. He's dead. This could very well be game. Don't go in, you idiots! Why do you always do this? Every game! Oh
Go
my
hard
god.
or go homeless, man.
They get
grandma knew.
scourged. Yeah, at least do that. Shadow Fiend is almost dead
Thanks,
now.
Graham.
For what reason? What was the point?
Swag.
Look at that!
Swagger shaker.
They lose the Spur Breaker, right? Everybody's at low HP because they all have to go back now. God, these people need to learn to chill. They need to take something. They need to take an example from you guys, you know? Like, you can talk shit about literally anything, and you just don't give a damn. Which is really nice.
Look at that.
Like, talking shit
God,
is my
there's so many-
specialty, so, you know, I'm happy to have somebody that understands.
Timbersaw is just gonna go stand in their base. Now this is very classic BM.
Yeah, this is actually just super BM. Like, goddamn. Alright, they go ahead and, you need to push Q. Alright.
They're
Get
not
some
gonna
damage
GG here.
I mean, it's not over yet. It's just not over yet. It's
It
close
really
to over,
should
but-
be is the problem.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's really, like, very unlikely
Yes,
for
that's
them
gonna
to win.
pop the ulti.
Oh, no. DKB used to protect him, though, but
DKB.
the illusions go down anyway. Scourge not trying to chase
Yeah.
him down. He does get a
Oh.
crit. Oh, nice. The stun connects, but he also stuns himself. Gonna be charged up. Another stun. Yeah, the poor Chaos Knight is just simply not able to actually deal with the Timbersaw. Like, he doesn't do enough damage, and the Timbersaw does too much damage to him. Spur Breaker ends up
That
going down.
Timbersaw pick, man.
It was a great pick. Great pick. Well done.
Beautiful.
Well done.
And they executed it well too. It wasn't just the pick. I mean, they also played it perfectly with what they had to do.
That's funny, though. Alright. Oh, up he goes. Look at him, just trying so hard to kill him, and he's not dying.
They're gonna get him this time, surely. Oh,
No,
there
he
goes
got
the
cheese. He's got cheese, and now his team is here. He's just fine. He's just fine.
Can we have like a? We should have brought up a timer of how long when Timbersaw enters the base, and then just start it going, and see how long he can stand inside the enemy's base and jack around.
Well, he's still just tanking everything. Like, he's just not taking damage, really. Now the Lotus Orb protects him from everybody. He may actually be able to kill a guy here. Oh, nice stun.
Oh,
Still dropping low. Shadowfiend is resurrecting while this is happening. May I just point out, this is currently a 3 versus 5. 2 versus 5. But they did end up getting a kill. Now, luckily, the Rubik did steal the Timbersaw ultimate, but unluckily, he's also out of mana, so he can't use it. Now, Timbersaw is still going in. He's gonna go ahead and deal with the Night
Could this be
Stalker, and then
okay?
finally goes down.
Finally. Oh,
That is beyond ridiculous.
610. Yeah.
Oh, nice. The stun connects. Invisibility still used, but he's inside of the tower, so there's already much he can do, and he ends up dying.
Can we just note there's still only one lane of racks down after all of this crap going down?
Yeah, because they're not
mean,
actually
this
going
game-
for barracks. Like, they're just
I mean, I
fucking
know
around.
it's just.
Like, yeah, I
Why
know, I
not?
get it. Like, the barracks should be down. This is what should be your priority, but it's obviously not. You just don't really seem to care that much about that. Shadowfiend also level 22, so he does have his nice, strong talent. It seems to be going
There's the
for that
butterfly, baby.
Yeah.
Woo! I love you, man. Hey, shout outs to stream sniping, baby.
Shoutouts to all people that ended up buying butterfly instead of useful items in Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
There were definitely a lot of them. I mean, it was a secret item. Not everybody knew how to build a butterfly.
Yeah, I felt very intelligent. I was like, look, chumps. Nothing personnel.
When I figured out how to build Helm of the Dominator, that blew my mind for quite a few days. I was like, holy hell, that's a thing? Wow, crazy. I remember my very first game of Dota was actually a game of going up against a Medusa with like 5 Scotties. She was very tanky.
I do not. I will never remember. How do you remember your first game of Dota? Oh my god.
No, it was
I
like,
can't even think about it.
I don't know, it was like 12 years ago. I have no idea how I remember it, but I
Yeah.
do remember it.
I think
was a
I might have
very-
played like Spectre or no.
Very important point in my life, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of like important things that happen to you as you grow up, and that was just one of the more memorable ones, I suppose. It really doesn't speak a lot for how interesting my childhood was. But you know, we got a smoke from the sidelines. Scourge charging ahead. Oh, ultimate used right away. They go for Jack Bauer, but Jack Bauer is fucking Jack Bauer. The BKB coming out from both sides. 49 taking a lot of damage already. Gonna be pushed back in, and down he goes. Spirit Breaker stunned up. The hook shot in from Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer wants to block everything, but Jack Bauer gonna be going down. Whiskane are looking for a little bit more, but
Love the way you say
Jonathan
Jack
on the
Bauer.
retreat.
I'm getting so turned.
That's good. That's good.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
How are they suddenly doing damage to this hero?
Oh, well, I mean, the Chaos Knight wasn't around for most of the last fight, so, like, that's really their main source of damage anyway. Oh, oh no, he misses! He misses! He doesn't quite get the Chaos Knight, but Chaos Knight ends up being fine. And by fine, I mean dead anyway. So he goes down. Rubik buying back right here. Honestly, there's a chance that the Dire manages to defend here, but mostly just because, like, the Radiant really doesn't have any damage left. Like, Shadow Fiend is dead, and they don't have any other pushing potential. Oh no, they find the Night Stalker. Night Stalker is...
Yeah. Get the gem for free.
He's super dead. Like, super mega dead.
Still on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't pick it up.
He's
like,
gonna grab the gem, fly in.
The buybacks yet again. Lots of buybacks in these games. Timbersaw just running past everybody. Like, this really seems to happen a lot where people are just like, no, I want to kill this guy. When you know, like, what about all of these other, like, really useful kills? No. This guy. The Buck Dream Coil misses yet again. And actually, pretty certain death for the Night Stalker. Second time in a row in the exact same way.
Spirit Breaker coming in. This puck is going to get cranked in a second.
Up he goes. Do they have a hex?
Land at the perfect moment.
Shackles, but he goes down. Earthshaker just finishes him off with one big old slap. Invisibility on that Earthshaker. Being a cheeky. Well, Earthshaker will be able to retreat though. Jonathan is back, and they do actually manage to get themselves that tower. Took forever because those heroes do a combined total of like 12
back
damage.
Again.
He's just respawning. He's not buying back or anything.
Exactly. It's just it's taking so long.
Well, they don't actually have any damage. Like, that's the funny thing, right? Like, the only hero that deals damage on the Radiant side is that Shadow Fiend. They don't have anybody else.
Right.
He's got Butterfly now, so he actually hits pretty hard.
See?
Well, I mean, he did get the Hurricane Bite first, though. Although he still disagrees.
Which you also don't like. See?
No. I said Hurricane Pike. Like, people go fucking starting items into Hurricane Pike. I don't like that. But he already had BKB and
So they're going to
Shadow
insta
Blade.
give the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. He didn't activate BKB. That's what happens if your Shadow Fiend don't activate BKB. It's not really a surprise. Spirit Breaker taking a lot of damage here. But they just turn it around. Chaos Knight is going to die. And with Chaos Knight dead, there's just not much that the Dire can do. Rubik is up in the air. There's a buyback from the Chaos Knight, but without ultimate, like, what can he do? Night Stalker coming in, TP's in. That is such a terrible idea. But they go ahead and try to kill Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer ends up going down. Do you guys even know how to pronounce Bauer? It's a German word.
It is Bauer, right?
No. You're saying... say it again.
Bauer?
No. Bauer.
I'm just copying you.
Bauer. That's how you say it.
Bauer.
It's a German word. It means farmer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Learn something new.
Yeah. It's not really like the most common name over here, but for some reason it is in, like, it's not like the craziest name in English-speaking countries. It's kind of funny like that. Yeah. Parker's gonna go down. Barracks falls. I mean, at this point, it's just over. 24,000 net worth lead. What I would really have liked to see from the Shadow Fiend, by the way, is Desolator. But yeah, like, the problem I have with Hurricane Pike is that people don't, like, get... Like, I don't dislike Hurricane Pike. I just dislike Hurricane Pike first. But this guy has Shadow Blade and BKB and everything.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think, well, and not just first, it's like, a lot of people feel like when you get a Dragon Lance, you have to immediately build the Hurricane
Yeah,
Pike
exactly,
instead
that's what
of,
I mean.
You know, extending it, grabbing something else more useful, then coming back for it, when maybe you don't need it.
Yeah,
But
just get the
Snakewingz-
Dragon Lance. Huge value from that, right? And it's just later upgraded when you have some money. And then get something more
Right.
useful first.
Sure.
Alright, anyway, that's going to be the game. Snakewingz actually ends up taking the series. I'm quite surprised by that. Didn't expect it, but yeah. They come back quite nicely here. This was just outplayed from the very beginning. That draft, like, this game would have been a lot more one-sided if they had spent less time just fucking around and BMing.
Story of the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, like this should have been over like about 15 minutes ago. But
This is a 40-minute game, and it feels like an hour-long game with how long they just played with their food.
yeah. All right. On that note, that is going to be it from me. You weirdo, thank you for coming in. That definitely kept me awake, which is nice.
I try.
Yeah, it is now 1 in the morning.
Anytime
for
you need me
me.
to keep you awake, babe.
No, that's actually a good thing because but now I'm gonna go to bed because it's 1 in the morning for me. So you're probably gonna have to do the next series on your own. I hope you're doing. I hope you're doing all right with that. Although I imagine you have
We
like
got
a
this.
whole group of people over there, right?
We have a casting couch prepared
That's good. That's good.
in a way.
Yeah. All right. I
Well,
guess that's
Baumi, it's
it.
been an absolute pleasure, and I mean that in both the double entendre ways.
All right, that's good.
Thank you so much. Thank you thank you XBet. Really made
Of
my
course.
dreams come true.
Of course. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Like, made this a lot easier, made this a lot more amusing, a lot less professional too. But I can deal with that. So yeah, exactly. I'm gonna shut down the stream now. So to everybody watching, goodbye. I hope somebody else is gonna end up streaming because I'm going to bed now.
And we will be coming up with a stream
Yeah.
in just a moment.